with love. Slugs with love. Hallelujah, hallelujah, let go for your sketch card, Lego. Tawe Purada, sister, the current Mata, Yesu, Mata Day, Kodomorek Musalamora, Karen, Lego, Tassi, Jamukore Menga, Rura Menga, Badu Menga, hallelujah. Take our ideas of Pradipura, Jeshitana of Padinopa, what a youth, Matani, the most women of warriors.
Welcome, guys. Welcome. How are you doing?
Hello. I like the way you look today.
Uh, uh,
Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem. Eid Barak Alaikum. Ramadan Kareem. Al Dunya Majuma. Today's a
Yep.
Friday.
Yes.
So let me welcome you, Anne. Welcome to the show.
Oh,
Direct from
yeah.
UK, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And this is our new page, Celebrity Talk Show. I look like celebrity, yeah?
Number one celebrity. Oh, yes. The real celebrity right here.
Yeah.
You
Uh,
look like, yes.
so anyway, I'll hand the mic to you. Welcome people to the new page.
Mm-hmm.
You know how to do it, and this is our sister here. Give to Anna up. You know, Anna in the house. She's a lovely
Oh, yeah.
sister. You know, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
so proud. I'm so proud to have you, Dara from UK. Um, and then I will hand the floor to you. Go ahead, my sister.
Yes. Thank you, DJ Hakim, and thank you to everyone. Just want to welcome each and every one of you to our show tonight. We've been talking about this, and it's an exciting topic. As today, we're going to be addressing the issue of credit card, the use of credit card. Have you used credit card before? Are you considering using credit card before, or you just don't want to use credit card at all? Whatever you may have, this is what we're going to be discussing today. And as usual, we welcome everyone to come into the show and also share your views, share your opinion on the topics today. So we are streaming right here on Facebook Celebrity Talk Show page. Please, I would like to encourage all of you that are coming in to like the page so that you get notification of our upcoming videos or shows that we're having. We've been running the show almost like every week, so you don't want to miss it, guys. Make sure you are on board with it. And we're also working on YouTube page. I don't know if you're streaming on YouTube tonight.
I I
It,
I did I did my best. I tried. I'm not sure if it's
yeah,
working, but I wanted to give them the way forward, the email of YouTube, so that they can follow there if they want to. You know, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
I can post it later. Just go. You know,
Mm,
I try to post it in YouTube, and I think it's working on my side, but I'm not sure yet. We'll have to double check.
no problem. That's
Yeah.
fine. But yeah, we are really working on the new YouTube page just so that those that are not on Facebook can also access and be able to watch the show live from YouTube page. So the YouTube page is also called Celebrity Talk Show page. Maybe we'll post the link on the comment section later on, and you can subscribe to that one as well. So, guys, thank you for joining us today from wherever you are, whether it's morning, evening, whatever time it is. We just want to say hello and welcome to the show tonight with me and our special DJ Hakim in the house. As you can see, he's all dressed up and ready for the
Ramadan
show
Kareem,
tonight.
Ramadan Kareem, all over the world. My
Oh
brothers from
yes,
Kenya, from Dubai, from South Sudan, from North Sudan, your brothers
yes,
here, more in the house. Salam
yeah.
alaikum. Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Kareem.
Yes. So today, as I said, we are going to be discussing the topic of the use of credit card. Credit card has become one of the most adopted methods of payment, and it is said to be safe, it is reliable, it's convenient. But is it really as convenient and reliable as it's perceived? And is credit card really helping us to increase our debt, or does it reduce it? And secondly, we just want to see, like, are we becoming more reliant on the use of credit card as opposed to managing our own finances? And what are really the benefits and the drawbacks or the disadvantages of using credit card? So this is what we're going to be discussing.
Someone here, I don't know, when you introduce yourself, maybe he's not focusing. He say, introduce yourself. I know that he got excited. It's called Lomuro. He get excited when he see you here. He get excited, you know. But he came late. He already introduced yourself. But if you want, one more time, introduce yourself, because people just, you know, they came late. They just want to know who's this lady, who's this young lady, you know.
Don't worry. I've, as you said, some people probably came late because we've done all the introduction. We've already talked about ourselves, so we're just gonna have to move on. And if you want to see what I've said, please just like rewind or watch for tomorrow. We'll have a repeat, okay?
Let's
But
move
yeah, I've
on.
already moved.
Let's move
We
on.
need to move on. We need to move on. And for those of you who are already live with us, keep in mind that you too can be part of this show tonight by coming in and also contributing to the show, whatever views or opinion or knowledge or insight that you want to share with us live on the show. You too can be part of it. All you have to do is just access the link that will be on the comment section, and you can come in live. So, as we said, guys, tonight is all about credit card. Credit card is the big deal right here in the diaspora. Those of us that are abroad in the UK, America, and Australia, and Canada, this Western world, credit card is like a big deal. But is it a good idea to be using credit card? Is it not? So you know what? Without any further ado, I just want to go to the main guy right here, the one that is all dressed up, and Ramadan.
Now you're coming and picking on me. Yeah? It's all good. It's all, you know what? It's all love, man. I'm ready. I'm ready to answer whatever I can take. I'm ready.
Yes. I want to find out from you, the main guy here right now. Do you have a credit card? Do you use credit card? And if you don't, or if you do, please share with us, why do you have a credit card? Do you have it? First of all, let's ask that. Do you have a credit card?
You know, honestly, my sister Anne, I used to have American Express, Visa, MasterCard, but honestly, I used to have it. It's dependent on individual. I cut them all off. I don't have none, because I will just say like this: you ask me a question, that's it. I cut them all off.
Okay. So now you come to the point where you actually had almost about 4 credit cards to American
Express, Visa, MasterCard. I think these are 3 I have in my life.
Right. And now you just decided like no more.
No.
You know what? This is very interesting. Like, because when I look at credit cards, obviously like there's benefits to it, and also there's some disadvantages. But let's look at the benefit. You would think credit cards, is a quick money. When you need money, is there. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to be looking for your friends or families. Oh yeah, help me with this. Like whenever. Okay, let me just share this. Like there was a time I think I went to visit family, and it was during Christmas time. And oh my goodness, during Christmas, that's when everybody's like celebrating. It's all about the buying gifts to this person, to that, sharing and everything. So at that time, that's when I went to visit, and then I realized like people were now living on credit card because they spent so much money during the Christmas. Now you do not have any money left. So come January, everybody is broke, like 100% broke. So where do you turn to? So now the only option is to use your credit card, because otherwise you have you have no choice whatsoever. So now for you, I thought that would have been like a rescue to have your credit cards, but then you decided that no, I'm gonna cut them all off. What happened? What did you go through? What landed you to that place?
Honestly, let's talk about experience.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everybody like me. I like good stuff. Let me be honest with you. I like to wear good. I like to dress good, nice shoes, everything. I see good. Yes, I use my credit card.
Well.
Okay, everything I see good.
Mm.
Advertisement in the TV. Just something come up like this. Okay, you feel like
Just swipe.
you just swap. Not swap. Just you put the numbers there. In 3 days, you get what do you want in 3 days or 2
Wow.
days.
Wow.
So I'm somebody. I'm not somebody who economist. Yeah, to control my money. I just
Yes.
get free.
Like what? Like wait, what you call a longoyo?
Longonyo. My money must come like this, pop. I don't have it. I have it. Good luck. Or life is gone. But it's very painful. It's very painful. You don't know where this money is coming from. You feel like just and then you end up paying minimum. It's not going nowhere. When they say minimum, you just say, "Oh, I use 20. I pay 20." It's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. So my disadvantage here, everything I see good, I want to buy. I want to use credit card. And then over there, I find out I'm paying more money, more interest. Those people are the one benefit out of me.
Yes.
You pay for 1 year, minimum, it's still the money is there. Never go nowhere. Unless if you pay extra money to cut it down. So it's very disappointing for me. I rather just stay like this. But the advantage of credit card, let's use it for emergency. So I'm not saying what happened to me will happen to everybody, but don't follow my footsteps, because I'm somebody that don't care. I'm living my life, man. I'm living my life. So I'm not saying whoever have credit card is bad, but as long you know what you're doing.
No, I think I agree with you as well. Like if we use credit card for emergency, I think that would be much better, because when you have access to money, most people just want to spend it. Like sometimes we don't really have control of managing our money. So when you have that access to money, then it just becomes like an easy way for you to spend money. And before you know it, you're just swiping this, buying that. Sometimes buying things that is just even unnecessary. Like, did you really even need that?
Let me tell you.
And
I have some my shoes. I wear them once, but you know how much? There's no time even to dress. But we greedy. We need to look good. Where's the time, my dear? Every time work. Where's the time? So we're gonna go deep later. We're gonna go deep. I invite a lot of people here. I invite them all, and then all of them will come. We'll have the link. So it's not about me and you, but we need to talk the truth. The truth is better. I went through it, my sister. I went through it. It's painful. So carry on. Like I said, this forum for everybody. We'll put the link later, but I invite more people to come in. Let's share our experience. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah. And also today we're going to be talking about loans as well. So it's not just credit cards. So if you have experience with using credit cards and also getting loans, whether it's personal loans, the secured loans, or all these kind of student loan, because there are different types of loans out there. So if you have experience with loans as well, we'd love to hear from you. Okay, so back to the credit card. So I think for me, I'm gonna first of all talk about the benefits.
Can I ask you? Do you have one?
No, I don't. No.
How do you make your hair look good if you don't have one? You gotta go use the credit card.
You're going to need the hustle. I'm telling you, I have to, make my own money. Otherwise, no way. I don't know. Like, I believe, like, there's advantage of this. I do not have credit card. Like, I'm just gonna be honest. I don't have credit card, and the reason why I don't have credit card is because I never found myself in a place where I needed money in an emergency. Like I didn't know, I didn't need it. I didn't see why I need credit card because I had the money to buy what I wanted.
Let me say it this way. I believe you are economists. You know how to save. You know how to you do your thing. This one here, this one here, this one there, this one there. So that if you do this all, there's no need for you to ask for credit card because you know what you're doing.
Yes, you actually said a really good point. I think I know how to manage my money.
Manage.
Exactly. And this is one of the big thing, especially when it comes to maybe even couples. Because let's say if you guys are married and one person is a big spender, is a big shopper, like he spend money like this, and then the next person is trying to save, then that's not gonna work because I'm trying to save our money and you're there busy spending it. So you see that brings problem. So I think what we need to do is also agree to our spending habits. How are we going to spend this money? And just to speak to couples out there, to married couples there, in case you are going through. Yes, yes,
You
yes.
know what
Like,
happened? You know what happened? That's why I cut my
uh-huh.
credit card. I spent a lot on it and it became a burden in the family. And I don't feel I'm putting my family down.
Mm-hmm.
Now you never see me with a nice new shirt. I'm wearing the old one. I don't care no more. I don't care no more. I don't care no more.
You see, it's not that necessary. So I think for me, it's about learning to manage your money, and that means budgeting. Sometimes like you need to have a budget of how much you're going to spend, all your bills. Make sure that you have them, you divide it. So you say, okay, I need to pay this bill, I need to pay for the rent, or for the house, or is it a mortgage, I need to pay for food. um so make sure you put all the money aside for the things that you need to pay for all the bills. And then if you have anything left over, then you can say, okay, I'm going to use this for leisure. You see what I mean? But sometimes we don't do that. We end up just having the money and thinking about spending it without budgeting it, and before you know it, we enter into a problem. And that's when we need emergency money or credit card. We run to credit cards and loan because we didn't budget our money properly. We ended up spending the money that was meant to be for the rent. For example, you end up spending your rent money to buy some Gucci bag that you just saw, or to buy some watch that you just saw. But then you needed that money to pay your bills, like you needed that money for transport, you needed that money for something else. So let's not get too attracted to just buying things buying things without budgeting our money first, because that's usually leads to debt. And when you start opting into those credit cards, before you know it, you're having a debt over a debt and a debt. And why? Because some of it is the interest rates. And I think that's why I wanted to share the benefits and the drawbacks of the credit cards. So for example, one of it is that it does increase your credit score. Like, many people don't know, maybe some of you know, but a lot of the time when you want to maybe buy a house, or you want to get a car financing, uh, or get things on hire purchase, they need to know that you have a good credit score. Yeah.
Let me
So
tell you,
how
I want to interject. Do you know how I get my house? Not me. Because when I messed up, I say, Mama, I have come with my niece, my wife. Say, don't mess up. Don't mess up. Please, let me fix you good.
Oh.
I can have money. You know, this is different here. You can have money. You can have income good. But when your credit is not good, you're messed up. They will never give you shit with your money. Let's be honest here.
Wow. Wow.
But now, I use a powerful brain. I say, I messed up. But I'll make you somebody else. The difference here, the way I use it, she cannot have good income, but her score of credit card is good. And then I'll come with my income, I will defend her. You know, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I will cover her back with my income, but my credit is not good. So this is an example I want to share with the viewers. If one person is messed up, you help the other one. If you guys are couples or girlfriend, boyfriend. But if you guys are all messed up, you go to hell. You're done.
Wow. This is really good. That is really, really good. Like,
my wife have a credit card. She have, not me. But she knows how to manage it, not me. I don't care. I don't need it.
Yeah, because you're already messed up. So you're out of the system already.
I don't need it because if I have it, it's not gonna help me. Anything I see good, I like it. So I better just deal with the budget, like you said. So let her manage it. I don't care.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But I was gonna come back to you. Why did you get to that point of actually cutting every credit card off? What drove you to that point?
Okay.
Of just getting rid of it in that way? Yeah.
The reason here, like I said, I don't know how to control money. Like I said, when I go to my friends sometimes, or to myself, Zaro, when we go like this, I just use it. I have a good heart. I'm not have heart. Oh no. For me, I love life. I live once, I die once. So for me,
to enjoy yourself.
I have to enjoy every second. Even though if I'm broke, I will send money back home. Even though if my bills are due, I just care, caring. But it's not good sometimes. You're caring too much. You're a lovely person. Just you go, you meet friends. You're just happy. Let's spend. And then, okay, let me bring you guys. So that's Hakim is good. Hakim is good. You know what I'm saying? You have a good heart, but don't use that because you want to please others. You are damaging yourself. If you don't have it, you don't have it. But I know in our society, you want to be the best of the best. Just people will say, "Oh, this guy is good. This guy is good." But when you become sick, even nobody will come close to you. They will forget all these good memories. So I'm not good in control of money. Let me tell you, I've been here for a long time. I don't have 1,000 in my account. But somebody come yesterday, they have 20,000 or 50,000. I'm not lying to you, my dear.
Wow.
Somebody come behind me. I teach them. I say, you know what? This country is not easy. Believe me, somebody came 6 months ago. He have maybe 2,000 in account. But for me, I got nothing. So I have to learn through hard way. So I just feel like, you know what? It's a desire because it's part of your life. Whenever God give you your heart, like you, you have a different way you live your life. But for me, I like enjoyment. I like to enjoy it once and good forever. Because I'm gonna die tomorrow. I'm gonna die. So this is my lifestyle. In this moment, right now, I put everything on the floor. But the good thing, my savior is my wife now.
You thank God for your wife.
Now, if I die, I believe she will take care of the kids and she have a good brain. She put me in line. She control everything of her credit card. But at the end of the day, I still get my small thing. She cannot control everything. I'll give the rest all the check, but small thing. I'll keep it in my pocket here a little bit so that I can enjoy myself. But it's very tough. That's why they say, how do you say this in Galisunu? If you have Bahara Galisunu, Gal diamond lo ligit, also I forgot. If you find a wife that, do you remember that quotation? I forgot.
Is it
After this thing, I want
behind every successful man
yeah,
is a woman?
yeah. Thank you, my dear.
Yeah.
I become successfully because there's a woman that's strong behind me.
Yeah.
But when I say like this, people say, Hakim wife make Hakim. No, who brought her is me. Because my eyes looking there, this woman is good. So it's me the one pick up. I'm the one picking her up.
Yeah.
So you know what? I'm so blessed. So my dear, I went through a lot, but it's good we tell the truth.
Yes.
Okay. And then this is one thing in the family. There's no way God will give you guys both a good. There's one bad, there's one good. You have to suck it in. So I'm the bad one. I'm the bad, but my wife is good. I'm so proud. I'm lucky.
Wow. I don't know what to say. Because like, I don't know. Because sometimes you just, you're good. You want a perfect man or a perfect woman. But I don't know about this perfection. Nobody's perfect.
No. Will never happen. And will never happen in this world. Galimara Marag is perfect. No. Will never happen. Either you find a woman crazy, the man is good. You find a man crazy, the woman is good. This is how the nature. And then you guys have to go, tete, bra. Even God is not mistaken. God give Hayawanat 2 by 2. Hayawan, elephant, male and female. There's a headache in this jungle. They're fighting in this jungle, but they survive.
Wow. Now I don't know. I don't know whether you're a sheikh or pastor. We don't know what's happening.
I'm sick. Was Mandigna.
Yeah, but what you shared is really good. It's really good, especially when you mention about your habits of spending and which led you to now going into debt and to the point of even, breaking, those credit cards. And, I just want to say that, sometimes for people that don't understand, maybe even people back home, they may be asking you money, send us money. But sometimes you generally don't have the money, And if you don't have the money, it's okay to say no, like it's okay to say, I don't have it. And no, I can't provide or I can't send or I can't do anything about it right now. But sometimes I think we just feel guilty or we feel some kind of pressure. We feel like, oh no, like I need to be there. You can only do what you can. You can't go break the bank for just to help somebody else when you can't. So even if you have small, whether it's $10 or £10, okay, you can help with that. But it's not necessarily that you have to always, whenever someone asks you for money, that you have to have it there, like it has to be there. It's okay to say no. Sometimes you just don't have it, and that's okay. People go through problems. People go through issues with money, and sometimes you just don't have what it takes to give it to somebody else. So in this case, let us not feel like guilty or feel like, oh no, and I'm the only one, or I have to do something, and before you know it, you are in debt just because you want to please, or you want to just come across like you're helping somebody. I don't think that's the best approach to it. But if you don't have it, you don't have it. If you have it as well, make sure you help. Make sure you do your best. You know, with whatever you have, whether it's big or whether it's small. Somebody that really understand, they will appreciate what you have. So don't ever feel under pressure. Don't ever feel guilty that, oh no, I need to have the money. I need to have the money. Let me get it from wherever, credit card or whatever, loans. Let me just get the money. No, if you don't have it, just sit down, enjoy yourself. Okay. So don't ever feel under pressure to always be giving money when you don't have. Yeah. So like I said, I was going to talk about also the benefits of the credit card. So apart from it helping us with the credit score, because you need credit score, you need to increase your credit score to get whatever, to get the house, to get the cars or whatever you need. And secondly, I think it's also good for rainy days. Rainy days are the days when you just like, I don't have no money in the bank. I ain't got no money in the bank. So what do? You just go to your credit card. Yeah. Like I told you earlier, like when we started, I was talking about how, in Christmas time, that's when people start to spend money. Like you need money, you need to buy for yourself, you need to buy for your family, you need to be buying gifts here and there. And before you know it, you don't really have enough money. So maybe you need that money for a bill, you need money for something urgent. It's so in that sense, now you can turn to your credit card and be like, okay, I'm gonna use my credit card to pay for this thing for this month. And then next month when I get my payment, I can now pay, I can now pay for it. So that's one of the benefits as well of having credit card.
You
And second,
you want to respond to this guy? Say because I like to. I don't want to cut you, but I wanted to respond. I know this guy. This guy is a very radical. He say we know. If you say we, let's go to English. We. Did he combine we? These people out there that doesn't know. Look at this here, Anna. If we say, I wish we say I know. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to English, okay? Gali we.
yeah,
He combined the entire world, entire community. There's people out there that doesn't know, my friend. You wanna answer him just in a good way because this
yeah,
kind of
yeah. I mean, in these kind of things, you can only speak for yourself. You can't
yes,
speak for me. You can't speak for somebody else. You can't speak for the whole world because
yeah,
that's just unrealistic.
it's,
You don't know what somebody else know, what they don't know.
yeah,
So what you know, and that's good for you. But then you don't know somebody else who doesn't even know. Maybe
right,
somebody else listening to this is their first time even learning about credit card.
yeah,
And when we talk about this show is not just going to the people in diaspora, it's actually going to people in Africa, people in Europe, in Asia, in other parts of the world. So what if they don't have credit card? They don't know much about credit cards. So now they get to learn. So you can't just speak for everybody. No, speak for yourself. If you know, well, that's
and the
good.
point here, who give him this amendment to speak today? No, you speak for yourself. Like me now, I can speak for myself. Anyway, let's move on. We have some radical people. It's okay. I like that. I like that. When they have a challenge of question, we bring them in. Let them come in.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you can also feel free to share, to share with us, whatever you know. Don't hesitate to
And
share with us.
Abdul is coming in a half hour. Abdul, we have time. We're gonna open the line. I invite Baraj, Jibril. I know they're watching. After Anna finished his presentation, we'll open the floor to anybody. Anybody who wanna come in, we'll put the link. So guys, bear with us because we don't want to come to the show. Hey, here's the link. Here's the link. We need to explain why we're here. Okay?
Yeah.
And then when we explain why we're here, and then we'll give you the floor. Already you know exactly why we're here. So it's not just a random show or just showing up. We're not just show up. You know me, Hakim. I'm celebrity of DJ Hakim. You know me already. There's no need for me. I'm not coming. you know.
Yeah. The same ones. Yeah. So yes. So anyways, as you come, guys, make sure you also like the page and just keep on prompting that so that people get used to liking the page as well. Okay. So now let's talk about the disadvantages of the credit card. I think some of it is like sometimes you just get the credit card without even understanding the terms and
The
conditions behind
interest. You have to know the interest rate.
it. Exactly. So sometimes you don't even read this stuff like the interest rate, how much it is, all of that. Those small prints that people ignore, that's where everything is. So with you getting those credit cards, there are interest rates that is involved with it. And some of them are really, really high.
High.
Like recently we were looking for credit card or like loans and so like cause yeah, and I was just looking at all the different interest rates that were involved. Some of them, oh my, I just couldn't believe. Some of them were like up to 29, 49, almost 50% interest rates. And I'm just like, what? I mean, 50% interest rate. And that's what is out there. But if you don't know, you just be like, oh yeah, I'm just getting money, isn't it? At the end of the day, it's about money. But when you get that money, you need to repay that money. But you don't repay that money alone, you also have the interest that come with it. So before you know, you are now paying maybe double or even triple of the amount that you already borrowed. So here you are not knowing how to pay back, or you are even in more debt than you were in before because you opted for a loan or a credit card that has a high interest rate. So I think for those that don't know, like if you ever feel in a place where you need a credit card or you need to get a loan, consider the rates, the APR rates, or so there's the annual percentage rate and there's the earning annual rate as well. So if you go there, you will see all the different types of interest rates that they have. So make sure that you have a rate that is manageable, that is maybe less high, because you don't want to go for something that is up to like 30, 40, 50% interest rate. That is just way too much. You will end up paying and paying and paying, and before you know, you're paying, but the money is not going down. You keep paying, the money is not going down. Why am I not doing that? You'll be wondering, why am I not paying back? But that's because the money that you borrowed is now tripled, and you didn't even know why, because the interest rate was that high. So for me, I think this is one of the disadvantages of those loans and credit cards. But you need to be really disciplined when it comes to it. It's okay to have I think it's okay to have a credit card, but you have to be very disciplined. You have to have that disciplinary within you to know that, okay, if I'm gonna take that money this month, by next month I'm going to pay it back. Because if you don't pay it back on time, that's when you know you will be faced with all these interest rates and perhaps get into debt. But as long as you're a disciplined person, as long as you only buy the things that you need, not things that you just feel like you want to have, you don't become a shopper like our DJ Hakim here, who just buy anything buys anything that he sees. So I see that shoe, looking good. Let me get that. Unnecessary things. Let me just say this: unnecessary. Like, did you really need that shoe? You already have 50 shoe in your house. You don't need it. So sometimes we just become this kind of bias. You just buy things for the sake of buying. You do not need it. So buy the things you need, not just your wants. necessary things, you know. And secondly, buy the things that you can afford. Hmm?
You
Are
know,
you on that Gucci standard? If Gucci is not your standard, please just sit down, okay?
you
If
know,
you cannot afford Gucci, don't go buying Gucci. If you cannot afford what all these product Dior, all these designer, just avoid it, okay? Because that's how we get into debt. You wanted to say something?
this topic is getting interested. Uh, Honestly, maybe one day we'll make another show. What I spend in the house, I just wear maybe twice, because I'm so busy with work. It's not necessary for you to buy this stuff. And
Yeah.
then one thing here too, don't look Anna wear Michael Jordan shirt, and
Yes.
you wanna run there. I want to be like Anna. You don't know this.
Mm.
Anna buy that Michael Jordan shirt. He know his budget. You wanna
Yes.
compete. Competition is the problem here too. You know,
Mm.
you know. Now, if you see Hakim have a good shoes, you wanna be like Hakim. My friend, you're going to hell. Don't try. Leave me alone. I'm sucking my pain in direct. I have pair of shoes here. I'll make a show. I'll show you guys. It's cost. Forget about the shoes. I spent a lot of money in different stuff, and if people want me to prove, I'll prove it. Will cost maybe, if I put it together, $50,000.
$50,000.
Yes. I'm not lying. One day I'll come to the show. If you guys want it, I'll prove it one by one.
Wow.
So it's very painful.
So wait, you have money. You actually have money, and all that money is in the things you bought.
It's gone because I love to shop. I love to do good. I love to enjoy my life. But the one thing I never went through it will go to the uh, cars. Arabat. I never get a nice car because this is the part of the problem here. Our people here, they want to show up with a nice car. Some of them they sleeping in the car. Let me be honest. Somebody have a necktie and suit and driving a Ferrari. In 7 months, they took the Ferrari. In 7 months, just you dream, you went for something big. It's not for you. Please, I'm begging my brothers and sisters, Africans, don't compare, because America live in credit cards. But you and me, we came here for a reason. Me and you, we don't come here to spend credit card. You will see a nigga driving a Hammer. If you go see his house, hey, Igbe, good luck with your hammer. Good luck with your hammer. Just sleeping on the top of the hammer, not inside the hammer, on the top of the hammer.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry.
Okay. This country. But for me, I rather walk from here from my house to work. I have place to sleep. No, honestly, I'm telling you. Do you see me one day? I show my luxury car. No. I'm poor. I will walk. I will take a bike or take a easy car. And then, no, I don't want to talk too much. We'll talk about it later. This is gonna heat up deep.
It's getting hot. I can feel the heat already. It's getting hot in here. But honestly, like you did touch on really important points. Like people, let's live within our means. All this here buying things to impress people, or I don't know why. I really don't know why. Like sometimes you see people in debt buying things that you really you really don't have the money for it. Why are you buying that? Like, did you really need that car? You know, all these luxury cars, all these supercars. Why can't you just buy something small that you know that you can manage, something that is within your mean? Because if we get into these habits of oh yeah, you know, I want to dream big, I want to do big things, I want to, you know, like I want all the expensive things, you know, that's the lifestyle. Okay, it's fine, I'm not saying it's not good to have that kind of lifestyle. It's all right, it's fine to have a luxury car, why not? You know, it's fine to get yourself all the designer stuff that you want. It's okay, but as long as you can afford it, you know, like as long as within your mean, that's where your money at, you know. Even some millionaires, for example, I mean, I don't even see them um all into showing off and all of that. Like, let's take what do you call it, this guy, the Facebook guy, Zuckerberg. I mean, you would expect this guy maybe to be, you know, all of that, but he's not. It's very, he just dressed very normal, you know, like he doesn't need all these designer things, designer this or all that. They dress really normally. Like when you see a lot of even millionaires, you don't see them spending a lot of money in designer things or in the most expensive, like showing off. You don't need that. And that's when we talk about managing your money. Where do you spend your money? Spend your money on the things, the more important things. And if I have to talk about uh money matters, um I would say money is meant to be invested. You should invest your money wisely. And investing your money is not the same as spending your money. When you spend your money, you're not investing it. It's depreciating. It's finished. When you buy that uh, car, that luxury car, that car is depreciating in price. So it is no longer going to give you any more money. That's done. Even if you decide to sell it, the price has gone down the minute you bought it and was you know, was driving it. But then when you invest your money, you put it in a place where it helps bring more money to you in the future. So I think this is some of the mindset that we need to start adopting if you want to actually get out of unnecessary debt, negative debt, you know, and actually make money and maintain and manage our money wisely so that we don't end up into debt and so that we don't end up into debt and you know um running into all these credit cards and loans unnecessarily. Yes, it's good to have it's good to opt into loans sometimes, it's good to opt into credit cards sometimes, but in a way that you can manage that money well and you don't get into debts that you can no longer um, pay back, because that even brings problems, in the family and things like that. So I was talking about the negative sides of the credit card. Um, the third thing I was gonna say also is that when you have a credit card, it's and you use it quite often, most of the time, it can become a habit that you're used to. Um, and in a sense, it can become a negative habit as well, because now every time you don't have that money, instead of you saying, okay, I'm not going to buy it because I can't afford it, you don't know the no. You don't know how to say no. So you always feel like, oh, no, 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 no. Let me get it. Let me get it. I have credit card. So let's say you have your salary, you spend your money, and now you don't have any more money. And now all of a sudden you just feel like, oh, uh, something new came up, or something that you feel like you want to buy, or some friends say, oh, let's go out to this place, let's spend some money. So as opposed to you saying, I don't have money, because you really don't have money. Like, if you look at it, you paid all your bills, you spend all your money in the things that you need to. But instead of you saying, no, I don't have the money, you like, no, I have it, I'm gonna spend it. Why? Because I got credit card. So now this becomes a negative habit where you always run to the credit card. You always run to the credit card. And every time you need something, every time you see something, every time you admire something, you feel like, oh, let me spend on it. I've got the money, I've got the money. But do you really have the money? Because the money that you're spending, you have to pay it back. And you're not just paying it back alone, you're paying it back on some high interest rates. And then this money keep piling up and piling up and piling up, and before you know it, you have so much debt that you can't afford to pay. And now this could also lead to bankruptcy. And that's why some people get into bankruptcy as well, without realizing why, because you were not very disciplined. So I think disciplinary is a good way to manage your money, because it helps you to know where to spend your money, first of all, and it helps you to say no to some things that is just unnecessary. So you have to sort of like come to that point where you discipline yourself and be like, no, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to buy that, because it's not that necessary. Like, I don't need it. So that you don't end up with so many things that you have, and when you look back, you really didn't need it. Yeah. So is there anything you want to add to? So by the way, I was just gonna say, like, we are running in time now, so we're gonna invite some people in.
Okay. I don't
You're
think.
mute, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I want to go deeper. But answer KG question here, and then we can open the floor to the public. Because not because me and
Yeah.
you. Let's bring the public view. Let them come in. Anybody come in. You explain well. I did my best. I have more. More we can add. Let's bring more people in. So
Yeah.
you can read KG comment if you want to answer, and then from there we'll open the floor to the public.
Yeah, she's saying good credit is very dangerous. You can qualify for anything you want. Bad credit is also worse, because you will never develop. So please balance it. So when you say good credit and bad credit, do you mean credit score? Like, are you referring to credit score? Because of course, if you have a bad credit score, you will not qualify for so many things. You will not qualify sometimes to even buying a house. Like, if you want to get mortgage, you may not qualify for that. If you want to get car on finance, you will not qualify for that, unless you have a good credit score. So credit card does help us to improve our credit score by the ways of, when you get a credit card and you do purchase stuff, then you pay it back. So that way, lenders, or companies or banks can know that you are reliable. You can pay back whenever you borrow something. So that's why it increases your credit score. So it puts you high there. People know that you are a very reliable person. We can give to you. We can borrow to you, and yeah, that helps. But then the bad side of it, the bad credit, you get a bad credit score when you don't keep up with your payment. I think that's why we are actually talking about this in the first place, getting into bad credit. So I spoke about the good side of having the credit card, because it does help you to improve your credit score, in which then you can qualify to buy things that you need, whether it's to get a loan, or whether it's to get a mortgage, or whether to buy a car, or whatever you need. But then the bad side of it is that when you get that credit card and you are not very disciplined with it, you getting into debt by the way of, you know, buying things, purchasing things, and not paying them back, and now on time, and then your repayment or the interest rates on that credit card increases, and you're not able to manage it. Yeah. Before you know it, you have so much debt on that card, and throughout the month or even a year, you are not able to pay back the money, and you are now stuck. So then that translates to a bad credit score. So now when you have a bad credit score, people are not going to trust you. People are not going to lend you money. People are not going to give you houses. People are not going to basically lend you anything that you need, because through your credit score, it shows that you were not able to keep up with repayment of whatever that you borrowed or whatever you've bought. So now they're not able to trust you. So if that's what you are addressing, I think that's the explanation to it.
Okay. Can I can I hold on? What's this here? Okay. Can I play just a video for a second about the credit card,
Yeah.
and then from there we'll open the floor to everybody.
Yeah.
You guys be ready? I think we don't want to. We have a lot. Me and Alan, we can talk for 2 hours. It's not good. So all of you guys have to come in. So let me share this video here. I just find out this video here. Just bear with me, guys. Okay. After this, and then we'll go to open the floor. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Here.
All right, Anthony's with us in Michigan. Anthony, welcome to the Dave Ramsey Show.
Thanks. I booked a large restaurant. In the process, I accumulated about $137,000 of credit card debt.
You financed the building of a restaurant on a credit card?
No. It's just in the process of.
Where'd the credit card debt come from? Did you go on vacation while you were building it?
Well, some was from before, but a good amount was not being able to pay myself during these first few years. Thankfully, though, it got to the point early this year where it was actually paying off its debts quickly, and this is starting all to go down. But including the 150 that owes me. But of course, the crisis hit. We made some quick changes to the business that have worked out. And though the business isn't anywhere near where it was before, it's stabilizing much better than I thought it would.
Good.
But paying off the debt the business owes me and others who way out of reach anytime soon. So with the business stabilized, I feel good about being able to have a household income now about $150,000 going forward, and our family's expenses are less than that, by about $2,500 a month. So I should be able to get on a plan to pay it off. I feel good about that, but some of the interest rates are high. So the question is, how do I go about finding the most efficient way to dig out of this hole?
Dave, let me take this one.
Okay.
Well, looking at this, first and foremost, Anthony, if you want a surefire method of getting out of this debt, how many credit cards do you have for this 137?
It is a total of 6.
Okay. And you were financing your lifestyle as you were working the restaurant with these credit cards, right?
Partially,
yeah. So here's the reality. I want you to list these out, smallest to biggest. I know you're thinking interest rate. I know you're trying to do math, my friend, and you're looking at it and you're going, this one has a higher interest rate than this one. I'm going to tell you the debt snowball approach. Listen it out, smallest to biggest. You make minimum payments on everything except for the small one. Throw everything but the kitchen sink at it. That's how you get out of debt. It's about momentum.
You said we. Are you married?
Yes.
So what would your household income be if you're pulling 150 down?
But there's only one earner.
Oh, that's the household income.
We're sort of committed to that.
So well, that's nice. I'm glad, and I hope you can do that. That would be a wonderful success story on the restaurant. So the average household income in America is $59,000. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would want you to do, if you have made a mess this big, if I were in your shoes, what I would do if I had made a mess this big is I would live on less than that, less than average, like nothing at home, dude. You have a huge mess. You're not a prosperous restaurant owner. You are a broke restaurant owner, deeply in debt and very scared if you're smart. And so $30,000 out of 150 is wimpy, 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 wimpy. You need to put out of 150,000, you need to put, I don't know, 100,000 on this debt or 75,000 on this debt and be done with this whole thing in 18 months to 2 years. And then Chris is right. The interest rates start to not matter because you're not going to be in debt very long. Don't keep this crap around like it's a pet. And dude, you've been rationalizing on your lifestyle for some time because how you went this far in debt just to support your family means you didn't cut lifestyle while you were building it. And if this only went to cover your family's needs, you wouldn't be this far in debt.
Yeah.
You bought a bunch of family once while you're building the restaurant, and that's what put you this far in debt. Michigan's not that expensive.
%99 of people are living in a delusion.
Okay.
America is in crisis.
Sorry, guys.
Social unrest.
Okay. And
Yep.
I play this just for reference. Reference about credit card. But if it's good for viewers or for you, and then I put the link out there. Anybody want to come in? No, come in. If you add more.
Yeah. Just listening to what these guys were sharing. I mean, you can see that's a perfect example of a bad credit use. You know, the guy used credit card. He is actually in how much is it? 150,000 or something. Credit.
197.
Yeah, in debt.
Yeah.
Because of the way he used credit card. But that's just a good, really good example. It just shows you how if you don't use that credit, if you're not careful with credit card, you will end up into that much debt.
Yeah.
And the man also said that the average income per household in America is about $59,000. So this man is doubling and tripling it. And then you have a family. So how are you now gonna get rid of all these debts, you know, that you've gathered throughout all this time? So I think, I mean, if you really not, we really need to be careful with the use of credit card. Like, it's okay to have them, but do not have them if you're that kind of person that just spends money without thinking. If you're that just big spender, if you're a spender, if you're that shopper kind of person, avoid it. Like, don't go for it. Don't even opt for it. Always make sure you buy things with the money that you have. Leave the credit card for the people that know how to manage it, people that know how to budget for it, people that know how to balance things out and pay things right on time. But if you know you have that habit of, you know, this YOLO lifestyle, you know, you only live once, you just want to spend, you just want to live that lifestyle, and you know, just have a good time. If you're that kind of person, just avoid it. Do not go for credit cards. Don't go for it, because I feel like the way credit card is designed is for people that can manage it. Because if you can't, it's gonna get you trapped into debts. Somebody now, what we just watched, this guy, 130,000, I think, in debt just by using credit card. How are you gonna pay that back? That is a lot of money. And I think part of it is also the interest rate that is in that credit card that he has to pay back. So now you're paying double or triple amount of whatever you borrowed.
Yep.
You can say it's not fair, I know, but it's just the way it is. It's the terms and the condition that surrounds the use of credit card. And if you don't know these things, now you're gonna get yourself into debt without even realizing.
Let me break out here. You borrow. Okay, not okay. You went to the financial store for loan. the loan for that furniture is $2,000. $2,000. Minimum pay is $15 per month. Okay, let's calculate $15 a month. To calculate the money of $2,000. When you're paying minimum, do you think that you're paying $2,000 a month? No, $2,000 for your furniture will double down maybe to $4,000.
Yeah, and that's you're right. You're very, very right. So if you borrow $2,000 for the piece of furniture, if you're not careful, you are going to be paying maybe 4,000 in total. So you borrowed 2,000, but now when you calculate everything throughout the whole month that you are paying back, you may actually be paying up to $4,000, even $5,000.
Yes.
Straight up, So that's how crazy these things are. Like, yeah, it's good to have fast money. It's good to have money quickly when you need it, but also keep in mind the repayment has interest on it. Like, it's not that straightforward as we think it is. So are you ready to pay that double amount? Do you have the money? If you have the money, if you're making that money, yes, why not? Okay, go get it. It's cool. But then if you can't afford it, just stay away from it. Just stay away from it. It's better that you save that money. You like that piece of furniture, no problem. Save the money, right? If it means putting $15 every month in your account or $20 every month until you can save enough to buy that piece of furniture that you like, just go for that option. Yeah, because that's the safest way. You don't even have to worry about the debt collectors chasing you, trying to get money off of you. No, because that's your money that you save for yourself and now you're spending it. But then if you are that kind of person who want to opt for credit card and you think, oh yeah, I can afford it, I can afford to pay even double, no problem, by all means go for it. But for those that cannot manage it, yeah, just save your money. I think that's the best way. Save money. It's okay to save. I think we need to get into the habits of saving. People don't know about saving. There's good things with saving money, right? You don't always have to
But not me. I don't know how to save. It's not me.
I know, and that's exactly why you got into trouble, because you don't know how to save, and it's not in you. You're that kind of person that just love to spend. You spend. You want to live your life. You only live today. You see
Not
things for
tomorrow.
today.
Not tomorrow. I don't see for
No
future.
tomorrow.
I just see right now.
Right now, you see. So you don't know. I totally understand where you're coming from, because that's your lifestyle. That's where you are as a person. I think that's maybe your character as well, your personality. You're that kind of guy, just out there. But
I'm lucky.
what?
I'm lucky.
No, but I want to say something. I want to say, wait, I know. I want to say, thank God that I know this coronavirus is not good, but at least it's keeping some of us at home. Because by now you would have spending a lot of money. Like, now we are saving money. For some people, you would have been out, out and about. You probably spending money in the club. You're probably spending money somewhere. You're spending money with your friends. You're probably in the restaurant, bars. You know what I mean? Like all these places. But since this COVID things happen, some places are no longer functioning as before. We are saving money. Isn't that right?
No, but the COVID is good for the women. Women are proud. Yeah, my man is home. He's not going nowhere. My boyfriend. No, my boyfriend is not going nowhere. He's home.
It's not true. Trust me. They're still going. It's not true. Some of the
okay. If you go out, if your boyfriend go out, you will be suspicious. No. Why do you go out? I'm safe here. I'm safe.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but yeah, I think for me personally, I think it's helping in a sense of saving, because Now I don't have to spend money on even work. Like I don't have to go to work to the office because that means money as well. I have to pay for transport to go to work. But now because people have to work from home, you're saving transport money. If you're driving, I don't need to drive to and for work, for all this time. So because I could just work from home. So people save money in that sense as well. So
Okay. Thank you, Anne. What do you think? I open the floor. I give the link. Let's open the floor. Invite the
yeah,
viewers. Invite them. The floor is open. Santino,
I
the
think
links out there. Go ahead.
yeah, we have a question actually. Somebody asked the question. It
Okay,
says, "Do you believe?"
I forgot about this. This is Murjeng. This name is not good. This name is very dangerous. Do you speak Tokmonjang? They will go Tokmonjang. They will Tantinga. Is my best friend.
Oh,
Okay. This guy is my best friend. Murjeng. This name is very dangerous. If I explain here, you will run away from here. They will run away. But it's good. It's my friend. I know him well. He lives with me here. His question here, he referred to South Sudanese.
okay.
He say, do you believe South Sudanese knows the value of money? Yes, good question. Okay, what do you think? Good question.
It's a
Good
good
question.
question.
And I want him to come here. The link is there. Can you answer him?
I think it's a very personal question. Because we're asking about the nation as a whole.
Yeah.
If I say no, someone else may say yes. And it just depends on who we're talking about. Because as I said, it's more like a personal question. Some people are good with managing money. They know the value of money, and so they they know how to spend it or invest it. And then you have some people who are not. So when we talk about the South Sudanese, I'm sure there is always people that are and people that are not. You know, I think as a nation, I don't want to say no. The South Sudanese are not good at managing of money well, or I don't want to say that because I believe that there are people there that are doing well. Recently I watched this video of the South Sudanese lady who built a farm. I think she's a farmer, and she has a really huge. She built a really huge farm in the south, and they were growing things like crops. Like tomatoes, okra. And honestly, me watching that video, I felt very inspired. I was like, wow, look at this young woman doing such a huge thing, in South Sudan. South Sudan has always been dependent on um, getting things from maybe neighboring countries or getting things from abroad, especially when it comes to food and crops and things like that. But now seeing somebody from the country, a young woman that said, no, we have the resources in the country. We have the land, we have the sea, we have the seeds that we can sow. We have all the resources that we need to make our own food, to grow our own food. And therefore, she went ahead and started, doing the farming, and they're bringing forth fruits, great fruits. Vegetables are there, everything that you need. So instead of us going to other countries or other neighboring countries, you have what it takes. You already have what it takes. You have the necessary resources that you need to create something. So why not use that as opposed to depending on somebody else to bring something to you when you can do it yourself? So in terms of that, I think it's a personal thing. Like some people may be good, some people I don't want to say, oh no, that nation, they're not good with it. No, because I've seen I've seen a good side of it. I've seen some people that are actually making a difference in the country. So I think, yeah, there are people that can the value, they know how to do things, how to manage money. and some people don't know, and that's why we are here. You know, that's why we are here to talk about this. For those that don't know, we can also inspire each other. We can teach each other in that way, and maybe improve things in the future.
So thank you so much. We'll open the floor to the participant. Me and you participant, and then the audience and whoever come in. The floor is open. Yes, we'll talk for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Me and you.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't mind. If there's nobody can come, we'll talk for 2 hours, 3 hours, because I have a lot.
Yeah.
And people ask for the link. The link's out there. Santino, the link is out there. Most of you want the link. Please go to the link. Okay, come up, because the link I put out there, there's no way I can bring you in here. As long as you follow the link, you come up here. So the floor is open for all of you guys who want to participate through experience. Okay, not because me and Ann were expert. No. Please forgive us. We just try to bring us together to discuss things that are painful to our society.
Yeah.
It's not about Ann got no credit card, but he might hear from others, from friends.
That's right.
Please, we're not expert. We're just here to come and console ourselves. Let's be brothers and sisters, help ourselves. Like what I went through, I don't want you to go through it. Have to end with me. Okay? So the floor is open. You guys, the link is out there. Unless you guys want to come in, but soon when we need to put the show off, I will see 20 people sending the link. We'll never do that again. Okay? If you wait for last time, for last moment, when the show is over, it's over. Because I don't want you to make it.
Yeah, you know, the instruction is kind of clear as well. Like the link is in there on the comment section. So, you know, because some people are still coming, where's the link? Where's the link? It's just on the comment section. You can just
give the one I'll put up here. Okay, put up there. I know how to put up there because some of them they will think like they didn't see it. I will create something here. I'll put up there.
Yeah.
Let me try to put up there because. Okay. Yeah, the link is here. The same link. So you just go to your phone. This is a link. Come contribute. Come contribute about your experience. Help others. For me, I did my best. I went through it. I'm done. Like in my wife have credit cards, not me. Because I secure my wife and say, I messed up. Please, emergency. Even rental car, my sister, rental car, credit card. You are renting a car, credit card in America, yeah. So I say, Mama, let me save you, emergency. For me, I'm done. Because I love to buy stuff, I love to enjoy my life, I love to buy whatever can come up. So this is the life we live, but it's not good. It's not good. I'm done. I'm done in my life. I'm done with it. I'll come back, maybe get credit card. I know what I'm doing before I know. But now, let me spend my money best. I spend my money the way I know how to do it. Yeah. So,
exactly.
Let me see somebody. Okay. DA, Queen. Can I come in here? Come, Diana. Come and share with your sister here, please. Yeah, go ahead. Let me send the Diana link. The link is out here, but let me send her. Go ahead, my sister.
Yeah. So I usually just want to say it's a great thing that we are here discussing about credit cards and all of this, because it really does have huge impact on people's finances. Like, you know, the video we just watched earlier, it just showed you how much if you don't use credit card in the right way, you may end up in debts that you can't even afford to pay, you know, and that you may end up having to pay forever, you know, spend almost forever trying to
finally, we got somebody. Go ahead, Diana. Sorry, Anna. Go ahead. Finally, we got somebody. CDE. Which is the go?
Man, Gabriel.
Yeah.
Man, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome, brother. Welcome, brother. And then it's part of our community.
You know what, Dr. Hakim? If you can remove the title, because I can't even see people's name.
Okay. Let me take it out.
Blocking. Yeah, it's blocking.
Okay. Let me figure it out here where I put it. Yeah.
So welcome. I'm glad that you managed to come in, because some people didn't know how to get the link, but well done, you made it. Yeah, okay. I can see your name now.
Okay. And then there's somebody's here too. Okay, Anna. Let me do this, okay? I want to do this. Please, my dear, control this show. Just give me like 10 minutes. Let me pick my kid from school. Because, you know, there's nobody going to pick them up. I welcome Gabriel and Kennedy.
All right.
Please, my sister, just do your best. Just give me 10 minutes, please.
Yeah. If there's anyone else, you can let them in before you leave.
Now I get Kennedy and Gabriel. There's nobody coming in.
Okay.
I want them to come in because I'm the one to bring them in.
Okay, that's cool. No problem.
But nobody's show up. But if you guys three can hang in there, but you guys two brother, Kennedy and Gabriel, don't attack my sister. The topic is about finance credit card. Please, we don't want to go out of the topic, okay? Let's focus on this. Because this thing will enlighten others. It's not politics.
I'll be back after you come back.
No, hold on. It's not about politics. Let's talk about enlightening and then give people hope. Like me, I went through a lot. So please bear with my sister. Okay, Jibril here. Okay, Jibril come. Jibril come. It's good. He came on time. If I left, anybody come here, brings nobody up. Jibril.
How can you leave at the room? On the room.
Jibril.
Yes, Hakim.
Kalas, it's a Malis, help my sister, okay? I want to pick my kid from school. Malis. Help my sister. Anna. Help Anna.
Yeah.
You guys talk good. I don't want, please. Please.
Don't worry.
Let's talk about credit card, okay?
We're talking about credit card. Thank you. Don't worry. We'll continue. Yeah.
Okay, Kalas. Let me go very quick because I have to take care of these kids. Kalas, you, Anna, control. You cannot meet nobody. If somebody go out, low, mute yourself. Okay? Thank you.
Yes. Okay. No problem. Okay, guys. Thank you for those of you that.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah. I just want to say thanks to those of you that managed to make it. Welcome to the show. Thank you for also choosing to come here. And as I said, we'd love to hear from each and every one of you regarding our topic today. We're talking about the use of credit cards, the benefits of using credit cards, the disadvantages of using credit card. Do you have experience with using credit cards or loans? What were they? Was it a good one? Was it a bad one? So I'm gonna turn to our brother. Is it Cole?
No, go to Gabriel.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'll go to Gabriel then. Yeah, let's go to Gabriel.
That's one, yeah. I'm leaving now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. The voice of which is also the voice of South Sudanese people. Thank you very much,
Yes,
Anna.
no problem. Thank you.
So, by the way, I really thank DJ and the same to my sister Anna and the audience and the Kennedy and Jabrin down there. So the use of credit card, we have many credit cards. For example, me, I'm in South Sudan.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I'm in.
welcome. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. That means a lot. Thank you for joining. I know it takes, airtime, money to also join us live straight from there. So I really appreciate you coming. Thank you.
Yeah. So, by the way, credit card, there are a lot of challenges which are facing us in South Sudan, particularly when you are using the credit card without Wi-Fi or many other things, especially like MTN and Zain. You see, our people here, they are really suffering. By the way, so the increase, everything is increasing according to the exchange of the dollar rate. The communication companies, they increase the rate of the traffic rate, increase everything. For example, now if you want to subscribe for the mobile internet, it can cost very expensive, and you cannot afford if you don't have a little financial status to back up your internet and what. And now our people now they are learning. South Sudanese, they have a good will to learn. And you see now media bring ideas, is bring the world into the TV. You see these social media like Facebook and others media outlet is bring to the world together. You can see like now maybe you are in diaspora and I'm here. So and through the media, it can bring all of us together to share our ideas, and then we can share a lot of things we can share is to to express ourselves, and then we know ourselves as a South Sudanese people and the rest of the people in the world. So the challenges, we have a lot of challenges, my sister, especially the lack of the financial status. There are some people even now because they have interest, but they don't have financial assistance. Some of the people that are using what is called a pre-mode. So in pre-mode, you cannot see the picture. You can just read. You can just read, and you can see the picture. And that one is a lack of mobile data.
Okay.
It's a lack of mobile data. And if you don't have, for example, these MBs of Zain and the same MBs of MTN, they are very expensive. Like 1 GB, 1 GB is too costly, like 2,000 plus, 2,000 pounds. And then 3 GB is 6,000 pounds plus. And if you don't have this little money, you cannot afford. You cannot even come here. So we are now have a great hope. Maybe after 3 months, everyone will have this the gateway. People are working now so that they can provide internet to our people. For we to have a Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is very important. If you have Wi-Fi now in your own house, for example, in Kampala or in Kenya, like $20. If you have like $20, my sister, $20 or $50, you will have a Wi-Fi in your house. And this Wi-Fi will be used for the benefit of the student who are studying in that house, and they can benefit a lot. But now, this issue of mobile data and we are really in critical condition here. But inshallah, anything will change.
Yes. Yeah, I like you're talking about the mobile data and basically topping up in problems, in the South. I definitely understand, especially when it comes to students. Like if you're a student, you do need the internet, to do research for your own studies, to study, to do revision and all of that. But then if that is not very accessible, then students tend to struggle with their coursework or with their assignments, in the school or whether it's the university. So the fact that they're increasing the price, students are really finding it difficult. So what other ways, like, do you have libraries that you can perhaps go to you know?
Yeah, there you see in South Sudan there are some school they don't have library, and so when you go for example, me I'm studying up in a university, and so and my university is based in Juba here. It's no longer in Malacan because of the previous crisis. So in my university we don't have library and we don't have a laboratory. So our university, we the student there, we used to go to University of Juba. But when you go there also, there are some books which are already outdated books and what. So it's must for you to use mobile data and use the internet to access the accurate information. If you don't use that, yes, you will not have. There are a lot of challenges. Some students, even some of the students, they don't have a smartphone. Some they can share the same phone so that they can collect the information together. And in university, they can just give you lecturers. The lecturer will come and just and give you some tips, and then you can go and develop your own handout and what, so that you can develop. Yes. Lecturers are no longer give you and what they cannot give themselves edict. So as long they give you a course outline, you can go and work. That is in university, yes. But in primary and secondary school, they have their books because they are basics, yes. But that one is deal with the professional, yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Gabriel. Thank you for sharing. Just for those of you who didn't know, Gabriel was actually sharing about the challenges that they found in South Sudan in relation to topping, like your credit, your data, having a data for the internet, because it's a huge challenge for students as well, because sometimes they need to do research on all of this stuff. But there's a huge challenge because the prices are increasing. So he sort of like went into the the data kind of issues. But I'm gonna go to Brother Jibril. Are you there?
Jibril, maybe it's not around.
Yes. I don't know whether he's there. Okay, he's not there. He's not there. So Gabriel, part of tonight's show we were talking about credit cards in a sense. Like when you live abroad, there is credit card that you can use to borrow money. So you are a student, right?
Yes.
Yes. So let's say you are a student and you don't have the money to buy, let's say you don't have the money to buy books that you need, or you don't have the money to buy, the resources that you need for your study. That's one thing. And let's say you are also a student, but you need the money to pay for your university fees, right? Because I'm sure that you guys over there have to pay university fees, like the money to finish your studies. So sometimes you don't have that money with you because maybe your family are not that rich. They don't have all the money in the world to pay for all that fees and whatever that comes with it. So in the Western world or in here in diaspora, people can opt into things like credit cards or loans. So credit card helps you to borrow money. Yeah, you can borrow money from the bank, but at the end of it, you will pay back. So the benefit of that is that even though if you don't have money for emergency to buy something, or let's say there's a book that you really need to buy quickly and you don't have the money, you can get the credit card and from the bank, yeah, and you can use that money to buy whatever you need, absolutely anything you need, whether it's books, whether it's a cloth, whether it just depends on how much you're borrowing. Whatever you need, you can buy it using that credit card. But the only condition is that you pay it back to the
The money.
bank, but yes, by the end of the month. So that sounds like a very good idea. What do you think? Is it not?
So, Anna, so
Yes.
I was listening before. Yes. By the way, this credit card is helping a lot of people there in Australia and in America, and the same to
Mm-hmm.
European countries and other part of the world. But the
Yeah.
bad thing with our people of South Sudan who are there, some of them they will just go and borrow the money. Yeah?
Okay.
You
Mm-hmm.
want to go, you want to go for studies. Some they will run away. They come here in South Sudan to get married. Our young ladies who are here in after that, you will go back. Mm. You see, he forget all the issues and he forget all the program he was put on table so that he will go to borrow the money and then he will come buy the books and pay the tuition fee and then an accommodation also to sustain his life as a student. Some of them they can forget all those things. They can go and buy a very expensive car, luxury life, and then
Yeah.
do the show off and what. But in real sense, that one was not the purpose. You see, when you want to borrow the money in bank, me, I have a credit card, I have a Visa card here. So when you want to borrow the
You
money
have
there,
it. Wait,
there is
you have it with you.
I have a credit card, but we don't borrow. Yes, but I am
Oh,
just
okay.
if I want to buy anything, I can just buy and then I can put and then if I want to buy a book online or what, I can just buy online and then I can get. So when you want to borrow the money, you see there is a purpose in credit card. They ask you what is the purpose. And then you can explain in a written form or what you can explain. The reason why I need to borrow money is because of this. There are some people now who borrow a lot of money. If they don't pay, they will not come back to South Sudan. Yeah, completely. If they don't pay, they cannot even their feet. They cannot even step in the airport. They cannot
Because
go
they're
even
in
in
debt
the air.
now. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
that
they
is a
have
one
so
of the.
many debts.
Yes, they have a lot of money there. They borrow a lot of money. Even the police will not even allow you to enter the airport. What do you want here? Except you go to receive
Mm,
someone. You say that I want to go to receive someone in the airport. Okay,
mm,
but you are not allowed to anywhere completely unless you pay all the money back to the bank. Mhm.
mm-hmm.
But here we
Somebody
don't
was
have it.
asking. Sorry
Mm,
to interrupt. Earlier,
you
somebody
can.
was asking about South Sudan, and I think you are in a better position to maybe answer this question because you are in the South. So the person was
Yeah.
asking, like, do you think that the South Sudanese are good with managing money, or do they value money at all? So you being in the South now, do you think South Sudanese are good with money? Like they know how to value money in a sense of managing it well.
So Anna, you see, in South Sudan, our
Yeah.
people, majority of us who are here in South Sudan, we don't know how to manage the money. First,
Okay.
you see, first of all, our people, majority of us they are new in money because they don't know the values of money. eh?
Mm-hmm.
Our people here don't know the values of money. But when you go to the diaspora and Western world, money is a part of their culture. Money is
Mm-hmm.
a culture alone. But for we here as a South Sudanese, as 64 tribe, we have our different cultures, which some of us we don't value the money. People are joking with the money, wasting the money like this, wasting the money. Even you see
Right.
in Western world, even if Anna you have million of dollars and you don't know
Mm-hmm.
how to use this money, someone will use your money, will teach you, will take care of your money until you come into the normal sense, until you get the knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
because knowledge is also money. When you get knowledge
Exactly.
later on in the future, you will be able to manage your own resources. eh. And that is why there are
Mm-hmm.
some specific age. You see, under age, they are not allowed to manage. run any property, right? To own the property or what. But when you are from 19 years and above or 18 years and above, you will be able to manage your own resources. But our people here, even if you are 40 or 50 years and you don't know how to manage, because the money that are new in your life, when money are new in your life, you will not be able to manage it. Yes. This is my answer for that question. Yes.
No, that's that's a really good point that you put across, that people don't know how to really manage their money. And really, why do you say that? Like, where do you see people spending money that you think it's not a good way of managing money specifically? How do you see them spending the money?
In South Sudan, the way they expend the money.
Yes.
So some people, you see, they can expend their money and what through they can show off. You will say, in real sense, sometimes you can pretend you say that I'm well off, but when people go into the detail, maybe you have some little money in your pocket, but when people go later into your account, you see, my sister, what is going on here? For example, if you have $100, you can just go and share in a pound. It become a huge money like this. You can put in the pocket, and then you think negatively, like you own Juba or you own, and then you start believing in assumption. You have everything. You remove the bundle of 50 pound, 50,000, 500, and then your account just do show up and what. This is how they can mismanage. They can misuse the money and what.
Yeah. But like you speaking about that, I feel like you have a bit of education in terms of money, like the best use of money. What is it that you're studying, and how did you get to that point where you can even see that the people are not really managing the money well? So what is your background?
No, my background, I'm a medical student, yes, by the way. But you see, me, I'm somebody who is independent. I start independent life and I work on my own. So, and I have some little microfinance, just a little micro business that I can sustain my life. And then I can do not to go and ask somebody, I need this and I need this. I have something too small so that if I get like 1,500 pound or 2,000 pound a day, that one is just sustaining. You can sustain your life, and then you buy hen out and what this is. Yeah.
You know what,
I don't
Gabriel?
have any.
I'm really glad that you joined us today. You're a really young person. You're a student as well. And it's just amazing for me to see that you are helping yourself. Because when I look at the South Sudan, it's a new nation. It's still small. It's still growing. And I know that the youth are struggling even with jobs.
Yes.
So how do you guys manage? Like, now you're a medical student. How do you know you're even gonna get a job after you finish university? So how do people manage? How is the youth managing with all the job crisis, economy, and all of that?
So Anna, you see, by the way, that one is a good question. For example, our South Sudanese people, it's depend with the course you are doing. So there are some courses even in America or even in Australia. There are some courses you can do so that you can come and create your own job anytime if you finish. And there are some some courses when you finish, you can seek for a job. For example, me, I'm a nurse. And after I finish, I don't want recommendation from anyone to recommend me so that I can go and get a job. So after I finish, I go direct to hospital. I can work in Juba Teaching Hospital or El Sabah Children Hospital or Geda Military Hospital, and then I can work. So for the rest of my brothers who are doing economics, accountant, and then these others courses or what environmental studies, engineering, it depends with the practice you are doing as a student. But now in South Sudan, there are only some field work that you can do courses. For example, in my field, after after the end of the semester, I can go to hospital for the practice to require more skill for myself. Yes. But the rest of the student, they should have to try all their best to be job creators, not job seekers. Especially those who are doing agriculture.
Yes.
Instead of going now, every day, some people they can just go and sit there under the tree discussing people. Instead of going to create your own job, you think well. When you think well, you can do better.
Yeah.
Now, like on Saturday, people are just going there in this side of Jebel Kuju running and what. Why they don't use that energy to do something good for themselves? It's better to use
Absolutely.
that energy. For example, me,
Absolutely.
I have idea of I will meet. He's my comrade. This Callisto. Wani. This the mayor of Juba, so that we can plant the tree from all the street of Juba. Yes, I use this. This is our work, so that we instead of going and running there from mountain to mountain, why we use energy on the mountain, playing on the mountain without we're supposed to use that energy for the benefit of our country.
Of
And then we make
course.
Juba clean. We want to make Juba city as green and clean.
Yes.
And not
Wow.
just to
I like
throw
the vision.
not to throw this bottle like this, bottle everything randomly. And then banana peel randomly and what, so that we have to respect our city here, and then we work for the benefit of our country instead of running there.
Exactly. And you know, all these things you're saying, it starts with the little step. Like, even if you look in the Western world, you may say, oh, yeah, it's very clean, it's well looked after, you know, everything is looking beautiful. But this beauty didn't come with people that didn't work for it. You know, like, people work for it. People make sure that we want to keep our city very clean. We want to keep our place very looking nice. So what do? We don't just throw things around. We clean up. You know, there are companies, there are people that make sure that, you know, every area is clean. You know, so these stuff come by work. It doesn't just come free. Things just don't happen. We have to do something about it. And I like how you say, like, you guys as young people there, you actually sit down and say, okay, this is our vision, this is what we want. You're in Juba, yeah?
Yes, I'm in Juba. Yes.
Yeah. So it's decide, this is how we want Juba City to look like. We want it to be clean. We have a vision for it. So you bring all the people together, whether it's young people together, and really work on something instead of just wasting time. And the other good thing with you as well for me is seeing that how you're thinking of even doing your own business to sustain yourself. How did you come to that conclusion? Did you not have somebody to pay for your fees or to pay for your everyday need for you to opt to doing business, or is it just something you just, oh, let me just do it anyway because I like it?
Mm. So by the way, you see, the business is depend with how you can think. There are some people who have they have money, my sister, and they don't have ideas of the business. They are just keeping the money. You see, everything there is a system. When you have like 100,000 US dollar, you keep them under your bed. You see, tomorrow you just take only $50. That one is subtracted. It's not addition. You can take, then tomorrow you can take the money, they will finish. One day they will finish and remain with zero. But when you invest them, or when you help some youth who have the ideas, like in Juba is one of the best cities in Africa. Let me say like that, even in East Africa, in terms of the business, this
Wow.
micro business.
No,
Yeah.
that's really good that you said that. You know, it's good that you have that vision.
There are many
Yeah.
here in South Sudan. There are a lot of money here which are even better than those who are working per hour there. in America, in Australia, in the European countries. We have money here. We have a lot of money here. We have dollars here. Some people they can make even $2,000 a day. Yes,
Wow.
and that is business. Yes, they are doing well. Yes. So
Wow.
I want to tell you an example of it's called this the former prime minister of Singapore is called Lung Kwan. He have one of the nice book from third world to first world. How he changed Singapore from third world to first world. And you know Singapore is very small country. Singapore is like it's just 646 square kilometer. It's like Juba County. Leave alone just also. And you know, and Singapore is a man-made country. It's not a natural. Was just a highland of Malaysia. So and then is like the way you say now. There in where you are, the city is very clean and what. That cleanness was not count alone. There are the people who work for it.
That's right.
And if we talk about that one in terms of the cleanness, South Sudanese, they are very clean people. You compare us with others, our neighbors, were South Sudanese. These are the people a person can wake up and take the brush, you can take your Colgate or whatever you have, you can brush your teeth and then you wash your face, you take shower and then you go out. But some people who are around us, I cannot mention them, who are around us, who are our neighbors, nobody can do that. Nobody even thinking for taking shower. Nobody even thinking for brushing the teeth. Okay, if we are clean like this, our body are clean, our clothes are clean. Why our city is dirty?
That's a good question. That's a really good question.
Why our city is dirty? Completely, we are very clean. Nobody can talk like that. Yes. So that one need young people to work very hard. That one is our role. It's not just
just to add to what you said, you know, why is the city not clean when you yourself is cleaning your own house? You know, you expect like the place around you or the city where you live should be clean. And I think it comes down to negligence. You know, people are neglecting the place. Yes, you want to take good care of yourself, but then you also have to take care of your surrounding. Why? Because at the end of the day, that is your city, that is your country, and you shouldn't neglect it. You know, if you're looking good in your house, if your house is clean, make sure your surrounding is also clean. And I think people have to take responsibility as well for the cleanliness of their surrounding or the cleanliness of the environment. So if it means educating the young people, educating the youth, and I don't want to say it's just the youth, but I feel like even the older people, you know, educating the older people, the men, the women out there, and tell them the importance of maintaining a good environment, because that also helps us to get rid of diseases, you know, malaria, all of that, all these mosquitoes. You know, I told you I've been to South, and one of the things I did not like was the mosquitoes, and I was just like, no, I'm sorry, I didn't know. You know, so that's why it's very important for us to make sure that the surrounding or our environment is very clean. So let's educate the young people. And for those of you that's watching, I know we've kind of gone to, you know, to talk about you know, the environment and everything, but we were trying to answer one of the questions that somebody posted about the South Sudanese good with managing money. Do they value money? So that's what really brought us to this topic with Brother Gabriel. And we're just really looking into the nation as well. Are they good with money? And our topic for today was really about credit card, the use of credit card. What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages of using credit card? Do you have a good or bad experience with using credit card? So if you have anything that you want to share, make sure you join us. DJ Hakim has posted the link on the comment section. So if you want to be part of tonight's show, if you want to share your views with credit card. Please make sure you join us today. We'd love to hear from you. And Brother Gabriel, thank you also for coming. But before I let you go, what do you want? Is there any message that you want to send across to people, or even to young people, that we can help to improve anything? Like any message that you really want to share?
Yeah. So, Anna, I will talk about this, whether our people are values the money or not. So, South Sudanese people from all 10 states and 3 administrative areas, from all the previous years, they were not know completely the values of money. So, due to this economic crisis, which are happening in our country and the rest of the world, yes, welcome back. Yeah. So, which are happening in the due to this coronavirus and the challenges of the dollar against our pound and what. Give all South Sudanese ideas to have the ideas of the business. Our people now, the mindset of South Sudanese people now, they are thinking. Everyone is thinking about business. When people are thinking about the business, that one is the beginning of values is the money. When you're thinking always doing the business, now our people, what we don't have here now is a lack of the capital. And I'm quite sure when later on, after this implementation of this revitalized peace agreement and what, our government, we hope for our government to give us the loan.
Gabriel.
To give the loan, yes.
Gabriel.
So that everyone will know. Yeah,
Gabriel.
yeah, DJ.
Hold on. We don't want to go to politics. You know, that's why I opened this forum for us to discuss, to help others. You know, we don't want to go to politics because I know we addicted to politics. What we're saying here about using of credit card, you're telling me about Sudan credit card. I don't think there's a credit card in South Sudan. Individual have it, individual. But what we're doing here, awareness for people who live abroad. And for those people who have credit card in South Sudan, they're the top leaders.
Actually, Gabriel does have a credit card, by the way.
Is part of the government. This guy, if you look at him, maybe the top of the general.
Are you really? I didn't know that. Because he does have a credit card. I was like, okay, interesting. He's a medical student and he's got a credit card.
So and if you see him talk about he have credit card and he's student, what do you assume? Anne? He's part of the, maybe his uncle, auntie is there. So he's happy. He's happy. But the entire African.
DJ, you are very funny.
No, let me tell you, you know, this forum, I switched from Voice of Equatoria, because Voice of Equatoria is politically, but this forum is about awareness. Awareness.
I know.
Anybody will come here, Dinka, Nuer, Suluk, the entire country, all, even Kawajat. So I wanna shift from the politics. Let's talk about helping others.
That is true, my brother.
You know what I'm saying? And if you need for politics, we'll go to Voice of Equatoria. I'll invite you there as a guest speaker. Let's talk about politics. But let's talk about helping each other here. You are very lucky. You are the one of the South Sudanese who have a credit card in Europe. And then you are a normal citizen. You are very lucky. You are very lucky.
No, so I have visa card on.
Yeah, I wanted to, sorry, I will let you continue, but I wanted to ask you, like, is getting credit card very accessible? Like, is it accessible to everyone in the South to get it? Or are you just one of the lucky ones to have it?
No. Let me tell you, Anne, it's not everybody. Individual like him, he own it. Why do you own it? Why not me? Why not the rest of the country?
No, the visa card.
Explain.
What I heard, yes, what I have here, my brother DJ, is just a credit card only. Just is a visa card. Everyone can have. When you go and you open your dollar account, in KCB Bank or in Equity Bank, and then you can access your visa card. That one is just a visa card. The visa card I have just to buy some book online or whatever. This is the visa card I have. But what we have here,
where do you get your money?
Oh,
where do you get your money to put in the bank and access that visa card? Tell me, where do you're a student, you don't work. Tell me about it. Now, you know what? Now we're going deep. My brother, you're a student, okay? Where do you get your money to put in the bank? Because
that is a good question.
Your income, where this money you get from? You put in the bank.
Now
you access to the visa card.
You see, DJ, you asked me a very nice question. How I get money? That is a question I was waiting for you, so that you can ask me like that. So, by the way, me, I told Anna already. Me, I'm a nurse and I'm working. So me, I'm a nurse, and where I'm working, they pay me good. Yes. So
no, you say you're a student.
I'm a student. I'm a nurse, and I'm working. Yes.
But brother, common sense and logic. Yeah. You're a student. You're working. You're getting money. It doesn't add up. For me, no. You know,
let me explain. Let me explain.
A student, you focus on your study. You're a worker. Tell me you are working as a nurse. But you say you're a student. I'm a nurse. So
let me explain. Let me talk. DJ. Yes, it's better to talk so that we can understand each other. Yes.
Okay.
You see, there is a timetable, my brother. The same in the diaspora. Students they work part-time job there so that they can support themselves for their studies. The same way if you are there in diaspora. So it depends with my lectures and where I'm working. You see me, I have only a few courses. I have only 3 courses plus research. So if I have one lecture today, like at 8 o'clock, you see, from 8 to 10. And then what about the remaining hours? You see, I have a time so that I can go to clinic and then I work, and then the remaining hours I can have a time to read also. Everything is depend with the timetable. Yes, if we become lazy like that.
Where are you now? Where are you located now? Where's your place
I'm in
now?
Juba. I'm now in Juba currently.
So you're in Juba. You access to the nurse. You access to the job. You're getting a salary. Yes, is it true? So are you the only one who went to school beside the entire country, or?
I have some of my colleagues who are with me in the university. Yes.
So, but for you, you're getting salary. You're working.
They are not salaries.
Okay, you're working. You get paid.
Yes, I get paid. Yes.
So
it's not a German institution.
Okay, what about the rest? The rest going to school, even the qualified to work too. What about the rest?
It depends with your commitment and your engagement. Yes. It depends with your engagement and your commitment and your socialization with other people.
So you have to go kiss my uncle give me a job.
Mami,
anyway, you're a good person. Whatever you do your thing. For me, Hakim, I'm not jealous. Do your thing. This forum is not for politics. Whatever you do, you're happy. It's good. And then Brother Jibril is here. Don't go nowhere. And then I'm so happy you joined the forum. I tell your colleagues in Juba, join the forum for all of us.
I will share, yeah, I will share with some of my colleagues also. So that the problem here is just how they can get in, my brother. To get in, when you send the link, for someone to enter the studio, is very hard for them, yes. Mm.
But
Even Han, you know that.
you're very lucky. You monjang, you're very lucky. You're very lucky.
Yeah, I know how to. I know how to enter, yes, the studio, yes.
Yeah. So share with your friends. This forum is not about tribalism. It's not about headache. And I'm so happy. Whatever you get, you get. Someone never get. Allah Karim. Allah Karim. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Karim.
Amen. Allahu Akbar.
So don't go nowhere. Let's give Jibril a chance. Anna, I'm sorry I took long to pick my kids up. Today, give Jibril warm up. Jibril is here. He's not happy. I give Jibril warm up.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to say thanks to Brother Gabriel as well for what you have to share. That was quite insightful. Thank you so much. We're just going to move over to Brother Jibril. Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, it's here.
I'm here.
Yes. Good to hear from you. I'm sorry, I wanted to get you in, but I think you went out. So yeah, we just want to give you the chance to share some of what you have on today's topic. Today we're talking about the use of credit card, the advantages and the drawbacks of using credit card, and maybe you have experience with that. So please feel free to share with us on this show today.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. At first I just wanna say Good Friday to all of you, and especially Anna. Nice to have you here again. I don't have anything to say to this topic because it's not my area of concern. I don't know anything about it. We are in the West. I don't want to assume things like Gabriel. Gabriel, you should be same because you are an SPLM member, and you guys, if you only have the credit card. When we're talking about credit card here in the Western world, is everybody is eligible to get it. Everybody eligible to get it. The problem of misuse is only personal thing, but everybody qualified to have it. And here you telling us that you have credit card in Juba. Don't you be ashamed? How many thousands of South Sudanese who live in rural areas, they don't have security? You don't even qualify to talk about the credit card, because first you need to silence the guns. Okay? First,
but
you need to
sorry, I just wanted to ask though. Can I say something?
Okay, Jibril, wait. Anna, I want to ask you something. Jibril, hold on. Anna, I want to ask you something. Go
ahead.
Yeah, he's breaking. Yeah, his network is breaking down. But if I can just say, if somebody, I seriously don't understand. Like, if I can get a credit card, in a country that allows people to have a credit card, like what Brother Jibril said, that in the Western world, everyone is eligible to have a credit card. So how you use it is up to you. Whether you end up in debt or you do not end up in debt is up to you. So now I'm hearing that, in South Sudan, people are having credit cards and are eligible to get credit cards. And why do we use credit cards? We use it for many different reasons. So now Brother Gabriel is saying that he has a credit card and he does use it as well. Maybe, him as a student as well, maybe he needs to pay for his university books or resources that he needs to study, whatever that may need, even transport or whatever. I don't know how he uses his money. But if you have the chance to use your credit card in a positive way, I don't understand why it's a problem. And I think that's where Brother sorry, Jibril was talking about, I suppose I want to ask, what is the problem with if I can get a credit card? What's the problem with that?
But
Anna, the problem is this.
The problem here.
Hey, please hang on.
Okay.
The problem is this. My sister, you probably my daughter if I met early. Okay.
Yeah.
The problem is this. The problem is all these things we're talking about. It all goes back to security. It all goes back to the country of origin. Okay. Our problem is, in order for you to have credit, you have to have a stable country. Okay. Stable in security, stable in economy. You get what I'm coming from? Now, if I'm talking about the Western world,
Asma, Anna, Jibril internet is bad. Internet to batal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It keeps breaking. Your network is not really good.
Yeah, she have a better connection.
Yeah, the connection is very bad.
Now can I hear him?
Yeah, I don't get him.
Also, it drop off. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, Anna, let's move on. For this young gentleman, Gabriele, for me, I'm not jealous. You own the credit card. You live in South Sudan. But my problem here, how do you use it? Forget about South Sudan. It's about you. Okay? Let's not go to politics. Okay? It's about you. How do you manage your budget? Okay? I don't want to go deep on the politics. Because if I go deep, nobody owns credit card citizen like you. The only person who owns is you. But forget about that. Let's focus on how to use it.
Yeah, and I like your question as well, because I feel like sometimes people end up in debt, and you know that, some people end up with a lot of debts because of using credit cards. But for you, are you in debt or are you not? And how are you really using your?
How do you manage the credit card?
So, yeah, the idea you went. You left before, and then I already explained how I use my credit card. So this credit card I have is not like the credit card you have in Western world, so that you can go and borrow the money for your specific reason. Maybe you want to buy the house there in Western world, you can borrow the money, or if you want to do anything else, maybe to support yourself in a school or in college.
Gabriel.
Or you want to buy the car. Or you want to buy the car. Yes, I'm coming.
No. Before I ever cut you, Anna, what I understood on Gabriel, they will prepay.
Okay? Prepay. I'm free. This is my house. I'm already in my program. Why? Yeah.
Okay. What I understood is prepay. It's not a credit card. Prepay. His money he put there, he got a visa. But he never get a loan.
Yeah.
Let him elaborate. I'll give you a chance. Elaborate.
Yes, please elaborate.
So how I use them, for example, you see me, I explained. Me, I have a Visa card. You see, you can open the dollar account. You see, after you open the dollar account, you can request for the Visa card application form. You can fill the forms, and then they can print the card. I have the card here. Yeah, they can print the card like this. It's like this. They can print the card. Is in form of Visa. After they give you like this, you can be able. It depends on the money you put there inside your account.
But it's your own money. It's your own money. Yes.
Is that they are your own money? Okay. It depends on the money.
Now you understand?
Yeah.
It's own money. Put there. They give me Visa card.
Yeah. And then you can use. Yes, they are your own money. Yes, you can go and put your own money there. For example, if you put $100 there, how you can use if you want to buy something online, you want to buy the books, or there are some applications. There are some applications.
There are your own money. Yes, you can go and put your.
Okay.
There are some applications. Yeah, you're welcome, Santino. Yes. Yes, you put it on mute. Yeah. You see, there are some applications right now, Hannah. There are some
Yes.
website you can do subscription so that you can read there. You can read online so that you can pay like $20 so that they can allow you to access their information and what. This is how I use. I just use my visa just for academic.
Okay. Hold on, Gabriel. Anna.
Okay.
Now you do understand that
Yes.
one credit card. This is his personal money.
Yeah.
Can I elaborate?
Visa card. Yeah. Visa card.
Yeah. Elaborate more so we can invite Santino. Go ahead, Anna.
Yeah, I understand. Like, and I think for you, Gabriel, in that sense, because you're using your own money, you know, it's not money that you're borrowing from anybody. You're not borrowing it from a bank or from a private company. It's not a loan. You know, it's not a loan.
Yeah.
So in that sense, you know, you're using your own money.
It's free.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So you're good. You're good to go. You know, you don't have to worry about interest rates. You don't have to worry about paying the money back in few weeks or in a month time, because that's your money. You're responsible for it. You spend it however you want it. You know, and I think actually that's a really good way. You know, it's a good way of managing your own money. And I think sometimes people opt into the use of credit cards and all of that because you don't have enough money in your account. Like, you know, the way you have your own Visa card, you know, you take your money and you use it however you want. Some people run out of their own money. So now they opt into loans and credit cards so that they can borrow money from a company. But I think in your case, you know, that's your money, you know, you made your own money, you put it in your account, you're using it, you're safe. I think you're very safe.
Yeah.
But sorry, is there something you wanted to add before we move to brother, is it Santino? Yeah.
So I'm already done, yes. You can invite it.
Yeah.
You can give chance, you know, yes.
Yes. Okay, so
you give chance to my brother, Santino.
You're mute, DJ Hakim, you're mute. We can't hear you.
Anna, invite Santino.
Yeah.
He live in America here.
So can you hear me? Yes. So you just want to invite Brother Santino as well. Can you hear us? Hello?
Santino, unmute yourself. Unmute. Nobody hear you. Unmute yourself. I cannot do it here because okay. Here we go. Nobody hear. Yes, I saw. I cannot do it here because
Oh no.
Anyway, when the yell, for me, I respect when the yell. We cannot hear him. Even all of you guys cannot hear him. We saw him like in the way we yell from there. It's okay. So Anna, let's go ahead. I put the link there. Anybody will enjoy it. Let's go ahead. And then I like my brother here. CDE.
Yes.
You know what? We're all South Sudanese. We came here educate. Okay, we came here educate people how they will be successful on their life. We're not here for politics. You're my brother, I'm my brother, and your sister. Regardless of what we're doing here, let's enlighten, let's give awareness. Because there's people in diaspora, they took it simple. Why? Because Arabia $50,000 Arabia. This man is gone. Someone draws a nice suit. He went and borrowed the money to get the suit. And then tomorrow, the suit will be taken from his body. So what I'm saying here, let's be real. Let's be real. These credit cards and debts will affect your kids. For you, you're different.
So, DJ.
Yeah.
Yes, that one, the issue of the credit card is affecting a lot of people in the diaspora. So there are some people. Me, I have a family members who are there in Australia, in Canada, and in America, and even in the European countries. I have a family members that are there. But this issue of the credit card, someone can go and just and borrow the money. They can borrow like 50 or 60,000 US dollars, and then they come back home. They can come and get married using the same money they borrow for something else. You see, after that, when you go back there, some people, they will not even come back here in Africa. They cannot. They can just go to airport, just only to receive someone. You are not allowed to go to anywhere unless you unless you clear all this money. And you know why people how they do their affairs? They put money. They are the people who value the money as a culture, but we here as a South Sudanese, we take money as something else, but money is a culture for them, and they don't joke with money.
Asa, where are you now? Where are you now? Are you in Juba or are you somewhere else?
I'm in Juba here.
Why do you get a good network?
I'm using this. I'm using data.
Okay, use data. Why not the whole country use data? Why only you?
People that are using mobile data here, yes, people are.
No, I'm asking.
Data. There are some just few people innovative here.
Why only you? Why not the entire citizen? I will borrow Equatoria. They use the same thing. Why only you?
Which data? This one, the data I'm using right now, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me who's using data, my brother. A lot of people are using data now in their own houses.
No, I'm saying the entire citizen. Everybody have to have access, not only you.
Me, I have access only now. It's not me alone. DJ. It's not me alone. You contact some of your friends here in Juba now. They are using that.
Now you enjoying the show. You enjoying the privilege, but the rest are sleeping. They get no access. Why?
It depends with the interest of the person, my brother. It's not that they don't have data. It depends when you see social media bring the world together into the tips like this. We can see the world like this using the social media. Yes, it depends with your interest. What do you want to learn for? For example, now this is the voice of Equatorial. Today I plan to come here. So other people, they don't. There are some people who are not much aware there is a voice of Equatorial up now in South Sudan. But we people who know this, we can spread the message. So that one is there. I'm the one. I can struggle to look for my data, and then I come and interact with my fellow countrymen and women. Is my right. And what you want to know also, not everyone who have interest on media. There are some people who don't have interest on social media and what.
Okay. Oh, Santino's back. Santino, welcome.
Yeah. Jingaraj.
Inapol, Manyawi.
Yeah, no question. Yeah.
Okay. Topic is about credit card. Okay, you have experience. Tell us about credit card use.
Well, first thing first, let me talk about the difference between the money that borrow and the credit card.
Yes.
These are two big different things.
Yes.
The difference between the difference about the money that borrow, they come with the term limit.
Yeah.
Based on the company who own the money that you are going to borrow the money from. And also it comes with the percentage.
Interest rate.
The interest. So when let's say you go to the bank or anywhere, you said, okay, I need to borrow money. First thing in the Western world here, first thing they ask you is your ID. They ask for your ID. They ask you where you work at. You provided all the information. They're asking you how much you make, so that they want to see your debt ratio.
Yeah.
That's what they call the credit card FICO. You know, the debt ratio. They consider that before they loan you money, and they have to run your background check, which is your your
ID,
to see if you own money somewhere, or After that, they're going to ask you how much money do you want.
Yeah.
And you will tell them how much you want. And they will tell you, this is the interest. And this is the term. So the longer you take with that loan, the more interest they are going to collect.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
So that is to only apply for the money that you are borrowing. And it depends on the company, and it depending on your credit score.
Yeah.
Now let's come to credit. The credit card is the money. The money that you have on credit card is the bank money. It's not your money. It is the bank money. Let's say you want a 5,000 credit card limit. That money is not your money. It's the bank money. So you don't call that as a borrowing. You're not borrowing. And with that credit card, the way it works, some credit card, they charge you daily interest, whether you use it or not. Those are not the good credit card. Some credit card, they charge you based on the amount you spend. So you spend $100. They will send you a bill and say, okay, this is there's a due date set. Like when you pay your car, you make a car payment, there's a date, there's a due date. So they will set the term of your credit card. Like you use $100, this is when you pay it off. But what they do, they tell you pay $20 a month. Let's say you use $100, and they tell you pay $20 a month, and that $20 is also come with the interest. Let's say your interest is 9%. So that $20 will add 9% interest on top of that. So when you're paying that, it will take you years for you to pay over $100. So the best way to do it, if you have cash money, you have $100, you want to use that $100, use your credit card, and when the due date, regardless, they ask you to pay $20, pay $100 off.
Yes. Yes.
And your credit card, let's say you have 5,000 limit, and you use $100, you have $4,900. If you pay that $100 on your due date, your credit card will go back to 5,000. That's how credit card work. And the importance of credit card, you need it to rent a car. You need it to stay in the hotel. You need it to, there's another one, to buy a plane ticket. If you fly.
No, you need for honeymoon. Honeymoon. You want to take a woman out.
Yeah, honeymoon. You don't need that. These are the major reasons why it's always good to have credit card. For example, let me tell you, when I first came to the United States over 20 years ago, I got an offer in the mail. They sent me a credit card in the mail, and they said, here is $1,000. And I used $500. And the bill said, pay $20 a month. And I was paying that. As soon as I sat down, it took me almost a year before paying off that $500. So what I did a research, and I find out that using $500 and they tell you pay $20 a month, you will never pay it up. Even your kids will never pay it up.
How do you do it? Asma, how do you do research? You come from Kakuma like me. How do you become?
Well, I did research. There's a lot of things. Even when the dealer, let's say, the dealer sold me a car, and I put down let me finish with this. So what I did, I pay almost the $500 that I have used, and they told me pay $20. And I thought it sounded like a good deal. It took me over a year without even paying off $500.
A year?
So what I did, yeah, it took me almost a year. A year. That was the time when I first came.
A year, he doesn't finish it.
He did not finish $500, and the credit card was only $1,000.
Yep, I agree with
him.
So
what I did,
I agree with you.
What I did, I paid up and I closed it down. I was so upset, you know. So I did research. It was not a good idea to close up your credit card.
Yeah.
It would be nice to pay it up and leave it at $1,000 and don't use it. It will not affect my credit score. But when you close down your credit card, it will affect your credit score. And as here in the Western world, the best way to do things, you need to be able to do things on your own without even looking for a cosign. Because right now, you will never find a cosign. And for somebody like my brother, man Gabriela Cholquish, the meaning of cosign here in this country where we live is that they want somebody to back you up in case you are unable to pay. They will hold that person accountable and pay on your behalf.
Okay.
So you will never find something like that. So here in this country, we have what is called the credit score PICO. Credit score is like if you have a shop in South Sudan right now, and me, I'm your neighbor, and Hakim is your neighbor. And Hakim come to your shop and take only one bar of soap, and it will be very hard for Hakim to pay you back. I don't think tomorrow if Hakim come and say, hey, I want to borrow a needle, you will never allow him to borrow a needle because he did not pay back your bar of soap that he borrowed. But if I come to your shop and take the jerrycan of oil, a jerrycan of milk, and 10 bar of soap, but you never argue with me every time you need your money, I'll pay you right away. Tomorrow, if I come and borrow, you will allow me. But Hakim, if you took only one single bar of soap and he never pay you, I don't think you will trust Hakim to borrow from your shop ever again. This is why they call it credit score. You build your credit. So anywhere I go here in the Western world, I go to the bank, I can borrow money. You know?
Let me ask you, Gere.
Yeah.
You went through this mess. You messed up in this credit loan. Do you have experience like me? For me, I cut all my credit cards because I like to spend. What about you?
Well, right now, based on my experience, we always learn through mistake, Hakim.
Yeah.
For me, when I have my credit card, I build it up, I open it, and I have 5,000 credit card limit. And the reason why I need it is just if I go vacation with my kids, if anything broke down and I don't have cash money, but I will have the money in the next 20 days, I will use my credit card. Another credit card company.
Santino.
Yeah.
I'm broke, nigga. I'm broke.
Well, another thing you use, the best credit card you take is the credit card you hand point per $1. And at the end of the year, you can use those points to buy a plane ticket, or you can catch it back. Like for me right now, for 1 year, if I use my credit card, I can catch out $250 from my point. And you can use those points to buy something that you need. You can even buy a nice watch using points. You can buy a nice round trip of plane ticket using points. So we learned through mistake when 1,000 US dollar credit card limit affected me, and I fixed it. And now, and then the bank asked me, can we raise your credit card to 10,000? You know, you have to go according to your level. So I told them, no, 5,000 credit card is good for me. So they went because they know my credit score is higher. It's over 800.
Yep.
So they went and put $1,500 without even asking me, without even my approval, because I turned them down. And now I have 6,500 credit limit, but those money are not mine. I didn't borrow. This is the bank money. So I want you guys to understand the difference between the money that I borrow and the credit card itself.
Okay.
For example, when I went overseas in 2008, my wife, she had to come here. But if the visa is available, I will not be able to buy plane ticket cash. So what I did with my credit card here in the US, I told them, my wife, she's going for the interview. As soon as she gets the visa, I need to be able to buy her a ticket. This is from my experience.
Yeah.
So my credit card was open in Cairo International Airport and Khartoum International Airport. Luckily, she was doing interview in Egypt. She got her visa today, and I'm leaving Africa after tomorrow. But what I did, I was able to buy her a plane ticket in Cairo, and we have to go to Sudan because my flight is departing in Khartoum. Because I did that in case she don't get a visa in Egypt, I need to take her back to Sudan and leave her there and come here. So, but she was able to get a visa in Egypt. So I bought a ticket. We went to Sudan. We spent the night. Early in the morning, we flew back to Cairo and we made it to the United States. The next day, because the bank gave me like 10,000, so I put the rest in my account. I took about 6,000 apart from my credit card. As soon as I came in the morning, I went to the bank and said, hey, thank you. My wife, she's here. Whatever money I put in the bank, pay them back. Within a year, I pay back the $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah, guy will drop.
So that's why I was telling you guys, you know, I wrote earlier, there's a big difference between the money borrowed and the credit card, you know. And I think up to here, I think maybe you guys learned something from my experience or not. I'll leave that to you. The video is there on the show. You guys can listen to it sometime. And thank you, Hakim. It's a good thing.
Okay, super. Anna, take over. Guy will drop. Take over, Anna. Express your feelings against Santino. But Santino makes some good point. I like Santino. Why? He made good point.
I was gonna say sorry,
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say sorry. I couldn't really hear some of the points he made, but because my network dropped. You know, I just came back.
Anna, I will repeat. I will repeat the difference between the money borrowed and credit card is very simple. The money that borrowed, there's a term set by the bank. But credit card is the bank money. It's not yours. You know?
Yes.
You pay what you use, but you need to know when is the due date, and you need to know what's the interest. And some credit card, when they offer you a credit card in the mail, that's not what you need. Some credit card, they bill you whether you use their card or not. That's not the good one. Some credit card, they charge you interest daily. That's not the good one. The good one is the credit card that if you use $500 and you pay it on the due date, they don't charge you interest. But after the due date, you did not pay that $500, they will start charging you, whether it is 18%, whether it is 5%, depending on your credit score.
Okay, you know, I think I'm learning from this as well, because me personally, I don't have a credit card just yet. So how does the repayment work? Like, when do I start paying interest on my credit card? Like, is it as soon as I purchase something out of it, or
No,
there's a period
when you have a credit card, they have a due date. Due date cannot be as soon as you use the card.
Okay.
Due date could be after when you use the card, and the money that you use, the statement has to be posted. Okay. You cannot pay for something that the statement that or money you use is not posted. So the due date is after the statement is posted, right when you use the money. And the only way to avoid interest, like for me right now, from my experience, I don't care whether they say 20% interest.
Okay.
I don't care, because if I use $500, they're not going to charge me until after the due date. And
so
for
how
you
long
to
is
avoid,
the due date now? How long is it? A month? Is it 2 months? How long is it?
No, within a month. Let's say you use it today. Today is what? Today is April 16. My credit card is due on 24th every month. So if I use my credit card, like today, like before yesterday, one of my vehicles is registered yesterday. Is expired today. If I don't register yesterday, I will have a problem with the DMV motor vehicle department. Okay. So I registered yesterday, and that cost me about $600. Okay, because depending on the year. So the car that I registered yesterday was for 2019. So my due date is on the 24th of this month.
Okay.
Now they're not charging me interest for that $600.
Right.
And my credit card is $6,500. So it's less than minus $600. So on the due date, or close to the due date on 23rd or 24th to be exact, if I pay that $600, I'm not paying no interest, and my credit card will go back like the way it was.
Right. Okay.
You understand?
Wow. Okay.
But if when I'm paying it after the due date, they will start charging me, and also depend on your bank and your relationship with them. You know, sometime maybe 2 days, 3 days after, they will send you a message say, "Oh, you have a past due." But if you tell them, okay, you know, depending on your situation, that, oh, you know what, I forgot, I thought I paid, you know, and all that, they might give you a one-time courtesy.
Right. Okay.
That means they will waive your interest that they were charging you as a courtesy, and telling you that next time, don't forget, remember what you did, you know, because they're not gonna, and that's like giving you a second chance, you know.
Right.
So
it's as you say,
really,
between your relationship with
so it's really, and like I said, if you have $500 you want to spend, instead of paying it cash, use your credit card, and that credit card, you earn points per dollar. And those points, you can use them, or you can catch them back later on. It's like when you go to the store and you have change. Hakim knows, if you are in the Western world, you know. When you go to the store, you have change, you have a jar, you have a coin jar. Every time you empty your pocket, you put them in there, they're gonna head. Like my coin for last year, when I catch them in last week, it was over $200. Coin. Okay. You take them to the machine, you put them in, you get cash money, you know?
Right.
So That's the goodness of credit card, and you're not going to rent a car using cash. It's very hard for the hotel to rent you a nice hotel with no credit card. You will not be able to buy a ticket to fly with no credit card. Those are the three things that you need a credit card for your emergency. You don't have money today, but 10 days later you will not have money. You can use your credit card.
Okay, I see the benefits of credit cards. But don't you think that in the Western world we are becoming more reliant, not just reliant on credit card, but like we are being encouraged or in fact pushed to use credit card? Because as you say, there are some things you cannot obtain without even having a credit card. And credit card is a way of maybe proving that, you know, I can pay this or I can pay that. But for some people, they just don't want to have a credit card. Why? Because maybe they're not good spenders. You know, some people are just.
Let me put it this way: here in the Western world,
like me.
Yeah.
What you saying? Like me. When I have a
Yes.
credit card, I want to spend.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you this: here in the Western world, if you have a good credit card, let's say if you have a good credit card score, you more better than somebody who have a stack of cash money. Yes, it's okay to buy cash, but nobody knows you. The bank, the big bank, they don't know you. Like me right now, I have 3 banks. I play with them, and this is what I said. I play with them. Let's say I need a car. And this bank will say, okay, we'll write you a check for 15,000. What if the vehicle that I want is 30,000? I will go to another bank and say, hey, I need money. So that bank maybe say, you know what? We give you 30,000. If the vehicle you want is more than 30,000, let us know, we'll raise it up. Based on your credibility, based on the way how you make payment. So when that bank gave me that, I will take this check and send it to the bank and say, hey, I do not need it anymore. You know?
Okay.
And you can get, when you have good credit, your interest rate is less, because like my car right now, the one I'm making, the interest rate is 2.73%. So you're talking about 3%. Somebody that don't have a credit score, well, it's high. You're talking about 8 to 7%, because you don't have good credit, you know. So the bank don't know you, you know.
Right.
For example, like I was going to talk about the mortgage, but will be another day.
Okay.
You know?
Do you have a house? Do you?
Yeah.
No,
I have mortgage.
No, do you put a house? Mortgage. Yeah, mortgage.
I have mortgage.
Yeah, very smart.
I have mortgage, and also if you don't have a good credit, your mortgage interest might go up, you know. But when you have good credit, you know, from the original, you can even reduce it. Like mine right now is 3.5, and it started at 4.750. But because I built up my credit, so and the term was 30 years, so I pay 6 years, and then I get rid of what they call PMI, mortgage insurance. So after 6 years, I get rid of my PMI, and then my interest was 4.750, and I went to the bank and I said, you know what? I paid 6 years, I left with 24 years, I need to refinance. And when you refinance, I decided not to take the money against my property, because when you loan the money, it's also add to the principal that you have. So what I did, I reduced my interest from 4.75% to 3.5.
Wow, okay.
And the term that left was 24 months, 24 years, and I reduced it to 15 years. So now instead of 30 years, if I don't put extra money, I'm going to pay it for 21 years instead of 30 years. So I saved myself 9 years.
Okay, that's a good one. I love it. Why? investment is not about all this, okay? You know, in America here, there's no money here. Santino, you know me, I know you. The best way, I will encourage my brothers and sisters, buy a house.
It doesn't have to be big, small.
Buy a house. Invest your money in that. How many years we pay for an apartment? Anna,
It's a lot.
Apartment the
It
same
could take
money.
up to 50. It could take up to 50 years.
Well, for apartment, as long you live, as long you are alive, you need a place to live. And if you need a place to live and you live here in the Western world and you rent, the problem here, if you rent, you can rent the apartment or a house for 20 years, and when you live hand nothing.
Yes, thank you.
But my apartment, let's say when my wife came, I was in one-bedroom apartment. This is the true story. I pay almost $800 a month.
For how many years?
As long as I was living in the United States.
No, that time when your wife came.
Let's say, no, when my wife came, I was in one bedroom, but I didn't stay there for long. I actually cut off my lease. My lease, I have 6 months to go, but because I got this house, so I told to the landlord, the management, and I talked to the lady because I told the lender is the bank that will loan me the money to buy a house. So I told the lender, I'm not going to sign the paper. Let me talk to my landlord. So and I spoke to my landlord, and she said, Santino, you are a good tenant. Good tenant means you pay your rent on time.
Yeah.
So, and the opportunity comes once. You miss that opportunity, that's it. It will take you years to get that. So she said, if you work with me, I will work with you. And I said, what do you mean? She said, you have about 6 months to go. If you pay 1 full month, I will let you go for the rest of your 5 months. I said, good. So I went and signed the paper. So I paid full month on my apartment. And when I moved into my house, they gave me 1 month free. So I paid that month, cut my lease short, and I moved over here and I did not pay that first month. And look, what is the difference? The difference is only $200 from my 1-bedroom apartment
and the house
to the house that is 1635 square footage, 3-bedroom, 2 living room, 2 baths, 2-car garage, gated community, and office. The difference is only $200. And I moved to this house in 2010. Guess what? 2010 and now, if I sell this house right now, I will walk out with over $250,000 in cash.
Okay. Now you come to the point here. I will let
So I invest.
Hold on, Santino.
Yeah.
When you bought your house, what is the value that time?
Well, I bought mine from the bank, from Freddie Mae, $140,000.
140,000. Now, if you check the value of this house, how much cost?
Over 300,000.
Okay. Now, if you sell this house, you will look like a king.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But the goal is here, the point here, the goal here is to pay it off. That's my goal, is to pay it off, get my title.
No, what I'm saying,
yeah.
Right now, I'm just saying right now, if you decide.
If I decide to sell it now?
No, I'm saying here, you have kids, you have family. But if now is, okay, for instance, you're in an apartment for all this year. Do you get nothing? Do you get something? Nothing.
I did not get nothing.
So now, example, now Santino, okay, Santino say, you know what? I want to sell this house out. Let's look for profit and help me here. Investment. Santino, invest on that. Now, if Santino sells the house out, how much money is Santino profit? A lot of money. So let's encourage our Sudanese to buy.
And this is how you make money. That's what they call the equity. The equity. How do you build the equity?
Yeah.
The equity, come from the value of the house, the property, based on how much you own. Let's say right now, I own 90,000 in this house from the bank, and I sell a house for 350. You minus you minus 90,000 out from 350,000, whatever left.
It's yours.
That's my equity. That's my money.
Yes. You go.
That's how you make money.
You got a win. You got a win.
Yeah. So the reason why I brought this up, Hakim and my sister Anna, is for other people to look into like renting based buying. If you can afford 900 or 1,100 a month or 1,200 a month renting,
why not?
I think it would be a time for you to consult with your bank or your financial person and see if you can buy. If you pay 1,000, you maybe get something 1,100 a month, but this is your property. You're investing. You're staying in the house, but you are investing. And also when you buy a house, look at where the market value, like where I live right now, Kim can look it up. Enterprise, the Enterprise, Las Vegas, you look it up and see how many people are looking the houses at the area that I live. That's where you don't want to be under the water. Underwater means you own more than the market value. That's why they call it underwater. Underwater means if I sell my house for $200, 200,000, but I own 300,000 or I own 250,000. That means that's not a good deal. So you are underwater. But if you own, like for right now, like there's a way I can bring this house value up. I have an office. I can get a permit for the office. I can build the patio in the back and get the permit, add that to the house. Now my house will say 3-bedroom, office and a patio. So I can bring this home improvement up and sell it to about 400,000 easily. That's what they call home improvement. Because if I don't do that, if I sell this house right now and this house didn't have an office, they will tell you to turn down the office that you built before you sell it.
Right, right.
Okay. You know, let jam here. The topic very interesting. Jibril have an issue with network. Some audience here, they come and go. Even Guy Lam, he show up, he drop. And then I'll jump because this topic is very sensitive. Educate other people. And then for me, Hakim, I have experience. Like what Santino is saying, I got nothing. Now where I live, investment. Now if I decide to sell my house, I'll get 300,000 cash. I'll be the king of Jammu.
This is Hakim, let me add this one. This is what people do. For those who will watch this video, if you are in a relationship, husband and wife, you guys have kids, there's no need of not doing more extra. And there's a lot of program here in the Western world, particularly here in the United States, there's a lot of program that's called the First Time Home Buyer Program. And this First Time Home Buyer Program, it also depends on the more you borrow, the higher monthly payment it is. But you have to start from small to the bigger. So there's a first-time home buyer program called the FHA loan. The FHA only requires 3.5%. 3.5%, you're talking about $6,000 to $8,000. To give it down, including the closing costs, and you will get the key.
Well,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
let me just
let Anna go jump, and then we'll have other issues too. We'll talk about it. Anna, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
let Anna talk.
Don't go ahead. Don't go nowhere because you make something very interesting. Let Anna speak, and then I put the link. And everyone come in here. We're left with some few minutes. Anna, go ahead.
So from what Brother Santino was saying, I can definitely see the benefits of using the credit cards, because it does improve your credit score, and then in a way also lenders can trust, it builds your credibility in the market, whether it's the housing or whatever you choose to go into. But then the thing is, some people are reluctant to the use of credit card, and some of that reluctancy comes from the fact that when you use credit card, some people end up into debt. I don't know whether you watched it, but DJ Hakim did put a video earlier on, and a man was talking about how he is about 130,000 in debt for using credit card, and he's unable to pay that money. That's a lot of money to be in debt in for using credit cards. And so I think this is some of the reason why some people could feel reluctant to using credit card, because then you end up having debt that you just can't even afford to pay. And if you're to pay it, it's gonna take you forever to pay it back. And then so yeah, so this is one of the reasons. And I think the other thing is, you also have people that just don't know how to manage their credit cards. They don't know how to maybe even manage money in total. So some people just love to spend. They're spenders. They're big spenders. Like whatever I see, I wanna have it. I wanna buy it. I'm only living for now. Like DJ Hakim also shared. He's that kind of person. Like he likes to enjoy his lifestyle. Whatever he sees he can afford now, he just wanna have it. Whether it's a whatever shopping, like shoes or whatever. So you have these kind of people, and this, if you're that kind of person and you get into credit card, you're going to end up in debt. Why? Because you're spending money in a way that you can't afford. You're buying things that you can't really afford, but you're not thinking about it, because you're that kind of person. You're just living for what you can get for now. So I think such people will definitely find it hard to want to have a credit card. And I think I wouldn't even encourage somebody like this to be living on credit card or to be having credit cards, because this is what's going to end you in debt. So I feel in the Western world, we are in a way being maybe encouraged, or I don't know, even pushed to use credit cards. But is credit card really convenient for everyone? Do you think we can all use credit cards? Because they're different people. We have people in debts now, because why? They use
We
credit
don't.
cards.
We all don't have to use that. For example, if you are by yourself, you need to. It has to be starting with your discipline. You have to discipline yourself. And what I mean is, like, it doesn't mean if you have a credit card, you buy every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
You have a credit card, and you have to know the purpose of why you have a credit card. First, you need it for emergency. But if you are smart enough, you can set up an account for your emergency where the money goes in, because, there's a lady, the financial advisor that I always read. There's a lot of them, but there are two people that I always read. There's a person called Dave Ramsey. If you go to any bookstore like Barnes and Noble and you look at the financial section, you will see a book by this person called Dave Ramsey. And there's a lady named Susie Orman. As soon you're done on this video later on, go on YouTube and say, Susie Orman or the credit card Susie Orman talking about the credit card or the money class. You can go to bookstore. She's very phenomenal lady. She's good at financial advising. And if you go to bookstore, you can get this book that she wrote during the economic recession here in the United States in 2008. She had a book that called The Action Plan. It's a very small book. I have them in the house here, but I locked them up somewhere. I would have shown it to you guys. So there's a lot of way, that the credit, it helps. Credit card, you don't have to have 10,000. You don't have to have 50,000 credit card. You need something limit. And bear in mind that the amount you have on credit card is not your money. You did not even borrow. It's the bank money. That's one thing you need to know. You only need this for temporary. There's a lot of things. We came to this country in the Western world to learn. And to learn before you act is always say think twice before you act. We South Sudanese, our problem is we don't ask for help from our other fellow South Sudanese because we're too ignorant. We say, oh, if I ask this person right now, he or she going to think that I'm so dumb. No. We have to learn from one another. What Hakim knows, I may not know. What you know, Sister Anna, I may not know. But what I know, either one of you will not know. But having a place like this, and we talk, and we ask ourselves, we learn within ourselves, and we grow together. You show me the way, and I show you the way.
Yeah.
For example, let me bring this up between you and Hakim right now, and those who are watching. There's a certain way Hakim, if he goes to the dealership to buy a car, there's a certain way he can buy his car. And you, Anna, there's a certain way you can buy your own car. And there's a different way I can buy my car. It will not be the same. But as a result, all three of us will end up having a vehicle. And let me tell you, let me share with you and the viewers how I buy my car.
Okay.
When I buy my car, first thing I'll do, I'll go to my bank and say, I don't have cash money. I want to buy a car. What promotion do you guys have if I want to buy a car? There's a different promotion on every bank. Whether it's a promotion to buy a brand new car or to buy a used car could be a year after. And then I will go to the dealership. They will tell you, go to the dealership. When you get the vehicle that you want, get the information and bring them to us. And you will work under the desk with your bank instead of the dealership. So this is what I do. I'll go to the dealership. You know the salesperson, when you go to the dealership, they want to attack you. Everybody want to come like this, and be like, how can I help you? And you say, okay, you want to help me? Yes. Okay. Can you find me the representative of Internet Sales Department? I don't know whether you know this or Hakim knows this. It's called the Internet Sales Department. It's a department is inside the dealership. So when you get that person, you tell them, oh, you know what? I want to buy a car, but I want to deal with one person. Do you have a business card? That person will give you their business card. And this is what that person will say. He will take you to the dealership. You will see the car, the price on the vehicle is called MSRP. That's the price before tax and documentation fee. And you have to know how much do you want to spend in your pocket. You be the one in control. And the only way to do it, you have good credit. Because if you don't have good credit, you will not be able to control it. But when you have better credit, you in control, not the dealer, not the salesperson. So you will see the vehicle and say, okay, it's 30,000 before tax and fee. You say, you know what? Can you look that up in the internet sales department? What is my price, including tax and fee? You're talking about the internet sales department. You're not talking about the salesperson. You bypass them. So the person will bring you, you know that the car, the MSRP on the vehicle is 30,000 before tax and fee. Now you tell this person that you need your price, the internet sale price, including tax and fee. And you need to compare with that amount that they have on the vehicle. Your goal here is to save money. You don't care about the bank to get the commission. You don't care about the dealership getting a commission on you, because that's how they make money. Now, you will see, maybe it will be 32,000, including tax and fee. And if you take that and say, okay, what if I want to buy it through this? Trust me, through MSRP, the price on the vehicle, it will be up to almost 37,000. And here on the internet sales department, you might end up with 31,000 or 32,000.
Santino.
Now you're saving money. And then, yeah, I'll cut it short. So, and then you take that and you go to your bank. So now, when you get the vehicle you want, the bank will write you a check and you deliver it to the internet sales department and you pick up the vehicle. Now you deny them the commission. Go ahead, Hakim.
Okay, thank you so much. And I think I will leave the floor to you. Express your feelings to all, so we can wrap it up, because we're doing our best. People drop out, come in the internet, and then you go deep for all what we talk about. Take your time. Welcome, my sister.
Well, I'm gonna stop right here. I'll let Anna talk so I can hear what she said, and I will be exiting because I gotta go do something too.
Okay, if you want to exit, you can hear. If you want to respond, come back, respond.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I see where Brother Santino was coming from in terms of, you know, why we would use the credit card. But you know, like my point is that, you know, some people really struggle with credit card. You know, they don't know how to manage it, and if you don't know how to manage it, and I think that's the point he was kind of putting across as well, like, it's about managing it. If you don't know how to manage it, like, okay, so people don't know how to, but how can we really help the people that don't know how to? Because it looks like everywhere you go, they ask you, oh, do you have a credit card? What is your credit score? What's your credit score? But now, if I don't have credit card, how can I prove to you my credit score? So by you asking me for my credit score is a way saying that you're asking me to actually even have a credit card. But then the thing is, some people are not good with managing the money, managing the cards. So this is now going to push us into debt. And when you're in debt, you're not in a good, you're negative. You're on the negative side, and that's not good for you, you know, as a person. So some people, okay, you, like DJ Hakim, you do have your wife. If you need anything, if you need to get anything on credit or anything, you can always use her. You use her. But some people don't have the wives. You know, some people are even single.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So now these kind of people are what? You're helpless. You have no choice. So I want to get something, but now they're asking me for credit, for my credit score. Meaning I need to go get a credit card. But then I know that I'm not good with managing these things. So if I get it, like the way you spend, I'm going to spend so much money and then get into debt. So is that now a good credit? No, it's a bad credit. So you see what, like, it just puts you in this place like where you don't even know, like, is that the best way? So is there any other alternatives? Because I don't want us to just live on debt and loans. For me personally, if I want to get something, I would rather just maybe even just save money, because I don't want to get myself into
How you gonna save
loan.
the money? How you gonna
And
save the money?
simple. If you're
How?
working, if you're working, let's say you gave us an example. I want to buy a piece of furniture. Piece of furniture costs $2,000, £2,000, or even I want to buy a car. Okay, the car costs 2,000, right? I'm working. How much am I making? Let's say 2,000 a month.
A month.
Okay, a month, right? So I now have to budget. Okay, I'm paying this bill, I'm paying this house, I'm paying this electricity, I'm paying this gas, I'm paying also I divide all my bills. And if I have insurance, whatever, I pay that. So out of the money I receive, I'm gonna take, let's say, 500 or 100, put it aside, save that 500
Emergency.
for that, for whether it's be emergency or something that I want to buy in the future, or that car that I want to buy, I save that money.
Yeah.
So it's about budgeting, having different savings accounts. One can be for emergency, the other one can be for something that I want to buy. So you don't have to take that much money. You can just take 50 pound, 50 or 100, put it there. Every month you get your salary, you just put that money there until you get that amount that you need. Then you go ahead, buy whatever you need to buy. So I think that this one kind of help people that are not good with credit cards. Some people are not. We have to.
Like me.
Yeah, we just have to tell the truth. We have to confess the truth. I'm not good with credit cards, because if I start jumping into credit cards, before you know it, I'm bankrupt. I'm actually going bankrupt.
Yeah.
And you have your wife. She can manage money well, but some people are single. So I think we just need to find a way in which credit card is good. Yes, it's good. Appreciate it. But then there are some people who really can't manage it well. So if you're that kind of person, I think I would encourage you to learn to save money or get married. I don't know. Just do so. Yeah.
And you spoke the truth. For me, Hakim, it's good to enlighten people. Even this talk, some of them might feel like, but some of them do benefit out of it. Okay, I went through credit card. I'm not saying it's bad. It's good, but as long you know what you're doing, as long you know you're not addicted on shopping. Okay, if you're addicted on shopping, hey, my dear, my brother and sisters, forget about it. Anything, advertisement in this TV is part of engaging you. Some of the stuff are fake. When you see in the TV, when you see it like this, it's not the truth. It's part of the consume of the marketing.
Yeah.
The biggest marketing, Amazon. How many returns in Amazon a year?
Ooh, yeah, it's a lot.
Because when you see in Amazon, some of them are good, are real. Some of them are fake.
Yeah.
When you order something,
and some people are private suppliers. They're private suppliers. They're not necessarily coming from Amazon, but they're private suppliers. Yeah.
Yes. So, my dear, I will raise my case here. I'm not against credit card. I will not have one, but for me, I'm not a good user. For me,
Yes.
it's better for you. Stop it.
And I like the way that you admit it. It's good. Let's admit the truth. You are not a good user. You can use a credit card because you are a big spender. You don't
Yeah,
know how to manage your money well. And
yeah,
somebody like you end up with a credit card, before you know it, you're buying everything and anything that your eye sees, and then you are in a huge debt. And we need to know that when you get a credit card, there is an interest rate that goes with it.
yeah.
You don't just take the money and spend it and pay the same amount. As I say, you may end up paying double or even triple of
Triple.
whatever you know what I mean? Of
Yeah,
whatever you took.
got.
So we need to, yeah, so we need to be aware of this. And then I think we're coming to an end, but I want to touch on loans as well. Another thing, the loans. I think for me, I don't even like loans. Like, but then sometimes you will end up having to have a loan. For example, student loans is inevitable. Like a lot of us that have been to school, been to universities, yeah, student loans is just one thing that you somehow gonna have to get because you need to pay for the fees. So in that sense, yes, it's okay. Let's get the loan, the student loan. But the problem with that is the future. Now when I finish my school, I need to
What
get a
next?
job.
What next?
What's next? How are you going to pay for that student loan that you took?
Yeah.
And do you have a promising job? And I think like I don't know, but universities have to now make sure that at least students get jobs. Yes, we are paying student loans, but some people don't even end up doing, their degree, like practicing it. Why? Because you just can't get a job in your area of your expertise or your area of education. So I think it's good to have. Okay, you need to study at the end of the day. You're gonna get a loan. You need to get a loan. Okay, get the loan. But if there's a way that you can perhaps maybe avoid unnecessary loans, I would rather you do, because at the end of the day, you don't want to end up with £50, £50 or 50 dollars of loans, and you're still young. For those of us that are students, you're still young. You still have things to do. You want to get a mortgage. You want to get a house. You want to get this, and on top of that, you have a huge student loan. So whatever we can try to avoid, let's just try to avoid it. But if we can't afford it, or we can't avoid it, let's try to manage it well. If you're gonna get a credit card, okay, no problem, go get the credit card, but make sure you manage that money well, so that you don't end up with high interest rates and high debt that you are unable to pay for the next, I don't know how many years. So yes, so I think if anything, that would be my encouragement for today. um, and I feel like I really benefited a lot, like personally, because me, I don't even have credit cards, and some of it is because of these reasons. I see people getting into debt and all of this. I'm just like, no. But what Brother Santino also shared helped me to understand why credit card may be a good idea, because it helps build your credit score. So maybe in the future, it's something I may actually be interested in doing, and say, you know what, I wanna improve my credit score. So let me go get that credit card. But then at the end of the day, manage it well as well. Yeah. I think you're mute. We can't hear you. You're still mute.
Yeah. I'm so proud about you. I think we did our best to
Yes.
our level. We'll put the link out there. I invite Baraj and Agot and all
Our
this.
time has come.
Maybe they have commitment somewhere else. So anyway, we did our best to our level.
Yes.
For me, I'm thinking like your last word. My last word. Let's rest this thing like this, and then next week we'll come again. Friday, because we cannot wait for latecomers. Latecomers eat pawns.
No, you know what? Can I just say, I'm so proud of this, because we are now on time. You know, we always drag that. It's not unnecessary. Like, we want to be on time, we want to start on time, and we want to finish on time. And we are so on time, and that's amazing. You know, that's really good. We're doing well in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wanted to conclude. Let's put the topic off.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Until next week. And then when next week we come on another topic. So we need to keep up time.
Yeah, so I hope you're going to also prepare a nice music for us. You know, like, we just want to end it nicely, okay?
Before I put the music, keep your last word. Let me say for the music, please.
No problem. So, all right, everybody, we're just coming to an end of our show today. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of us. I want to thank DJ Hakim for his welcoming here and helping us to, you know, continue the show and address different issues that are relevant to our communities, you know, to all of us, to our African brothers and sisters, and, you know, just all of us together. This is Celebrity Talk Show, and we're also hosting on the Voice of Equatoria. I would encourage you to also follow us, you know, like the page, because we love to hear from you guys and to just have you be part of our show. I want to thank all our audience, all the guest speakers that came into tonight's show, and share your experiences and your thoughts about today's topic. That was really good. That was very encouraging. Really appreciate. And you know, this show is all about learning from each other. You know, to improve things, you know, one way or the other. So thank you guys for thank everyone for being here. We hope to see you another time. If you have anything you want to share, please make sure you put it on our comment section. We love to hear from you. So, coming to an end, we're going to be ending. I don't know, did you, Hakim, if you have any last words before we now listen to this lovely music that you got for us?
I'm cool here. Thank you, Anna from UK. I want to play this lovely song. It's about two couples that love each other so much. You know me. I love this emotion of love, attraction. You know me. Love is beautiful. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Regardless if you are poor, if you are rich, but keep the love. Okay. I have this music here. I'm gonna play. It's a very touchy Arabic. Okay, let's go ahead and get it.